Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams.
And welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryant to my right, your right, everybody's right. I am Eli Moon, and we are here with you on the Inside Edge Network, ready for another 3-hour, one-stream phenomenon here on the Inside Edge Network. Getting started with, of course, Inside Edge Primetime with Chad and I. Thank you for being here on this Tuesday. We are excited you're with us. It's been a busy day. And, man, we've had a lot to talk about. So if you missed any of the action, make sure you like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on all of the socials at YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You go Twitch as well. Check all that out. And lock in. Hit that notification bell at Inside Edge Net so you know when we're going live. A lot of great daily programming and weekly programming as well. So check that out. And, of course, go over and check InsideEdgeNetwork.com. InsideEdgeNetwork.com, you can read about your favorite personalities like Chad and I and everybody who does a tremendous job all week long here on the Inside Edge Network. And then, of course, download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Again, Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Go check that out. We are everywhere, folks, and we are so grateful you are with us. As we say, you are the heartbeat that keeps us going, so keep rocking out with us. And one thing I did miss on InsideEdgeNetwork.com, my goodness, how could I? It's been a Tuesday to remember, folks. You can go out to the partners page, WNEG Monster Moments, SportsMemorabilia.com, Fanatics.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com, and Omega Video Marketing, because we couldn't do it without them. So we appreciate our partners and appreciate you at home. So go grab any item, a mug, a hat, a shirt, a polo, a windbreaker. Not right now, folks, but tuck it away, get it ready. Cleveland's digital leader, rep us, and your source for sports, entertainment, mental health conversation, news, and everything in between. All right, Chad B., my goodness. I'm having a little bit of better hair day. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm just happy that you're having a better hair day, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Real quick, while we start the show, I've got breaking news from Shams on a former Laker free agent, Eli. This is maybe the moment we've been waiting for. 2-year, $13 million deal for Luke Kennard with the Phoenix Suns.
Dude, you got me so excited.
I started with an L. I got excited. I didn't think that looked like LeBron. Whatever. All right. Well, I was good. Now I'm all right. I'm just all right now. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I got excited for nothing.
Well, the Kennard's out the bag now. All right. So we're in trouble.
Don't even know where the bag is.
Oh, my goodness.
You didn't even get the bag.
No, certainly didn't. But, yes, if you've been wondering what Chad and I have been keeping an eye on, amongst everything else we keep an eye on, it has been the NBA free agency. It officially started at 6 p.m. Not much tampering this year. They're trying to put an end to that, them being the NBA. And they've done a good job of it because there really hasn't been a ton of reporting. Chad announcing that. I think it was like maybe the third or fourth signing I've seen since free agency started. Of course, Cavaliers news. Keon Ellis, who was traded for in the DeAndre Hunter trade along with Dennis Schroeder, he is now a Brooklyn Net, an $18 million guaranteed deal, 2 years. and it's kind of a mutual agreement where they can opt in, they can't opt out into the deal. Kind of crazy. But you know what? Keon Ellis, we really appreciated you for those 3 months you were here.
Yes,
3 or
thank
4
you
months.
for all 81 minutes.
Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll never forget you.
Yes.
So with that,
We'll never forget Keelan Bellis. What's his name? No, that's not right. That's not right. I'm kidding.
Now, here we go. We got a few pressing things to talk about. We'll get into some other NBA free agency news later on. Of course, we have Tuesday Top 5. It's everybody's favorite Tuesday segment. But, Chad, come on. You know what time it is. It's time to talk about LeBron James. It's time to talk about LeBron James. He is in the news. He is officially a free agent. He told the Lakers, hey, man, I appreciated the time. We had that bubble championship in 2020. We really appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's time to move on. Not after making sure Bronny got his guaranteed money today. His contract is guaranteed. And then he said, bid adieu to everybody in L.A. And now the question remains kind of in a little bit stronger now at this point. Yesterday we were asking, was it Lakers, Warriors, Heat, or Cavs? Well, Lakers certainly are not in the mix anymore. LeBron has told, apparently, Rich Paul, according to reports, that every team should send him an offer. So tell me what you're thinking, and I'll weigh it over. So I just imagine like the Utah Jazz sending in something, Chicago Bulls sending in something, these teams. But we kind of have an idea of what the final three, at least the favorites, are going to be when it comes to LeBron James. I would imagine it's going to be the Miami Heat. They have Giannis, they have Bam Adebayo. LeBron played there. You have the Golden State Warriors, the Bros. Double A and I talked about on Midnight Run yesterday. Steph, Draymond. Anthony Davis is staying a Wizard. They will not trade him. But maybe Jimmy Butler. They played against each other in the final, so they have to be bros now, right? LeBron and, anyways, and then of course Cleveland, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I've heard
and,
of it.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm glad. As Cleveland's digital leader, I'm sure glad you for the Cleveland Cavaliers. With that being said, a lot going on, and Double A and I really unloaded a therapy session yesterday at midnight. It was a very healing moment. We really felt like he's a warrior at this point yesterday, or, a few hours to this point yesterday. And today, however, it feels like Cleveland is more in the mix than ever, Chad. You have James Harden declining his player option, and he has announced, per reports from Joe Varden, that he's going to wait to see what the Cavs can do with LeBron and other moves before signing a team-friendly deal. Pretty cool there by James Harden. The Cavs are right in the mix. Brian Winters.
That just means Harden's going to go wherever LeBron goes, though.
Yeah, probably.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, and Brian Windhorst on ESPN. I was watching earlier with Papa Moon, and the clip surfaced all over Twitter about, first off, Kendrick Perkins did his 5 moves that have to happen, that, you should make happen. And Windhorst said, well, instead of Jaylen Brown to Houston, what if he went to the Cavs? And instead of LeBron to the Warriors, what if he went to the Cavs? And it reminded me of that Brian Windhorst meme when he said the Jazz were basically blowing it up and nobody knew Donovan was going to Cleveland. And now here we are, 4 years later. I just feel like the Cavs.
Who's a better insider? Is it Shams or Brian Windhorst, man? I mean, he's always got he's got some info,
It's either those two, or it's the guy who figures out where Bill Cowher's house is. I mean, I still hear rumors of where Bill Cowher's house is on the football side. He's a pretty good reporter too.
He's in Strongsville right now. Well, I brought the Luke Kennard news to you, so I feel like I'm at least top 300 or 400 on that list.
Yeah, Shams via Chad Bryan via Shams. I love it. I love it. Let me ask you this, Chad Bryan.
No.
Okay. All right. We'll be back right after this.
No. We'll be back after this show.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like LeBron's coming home at this point after everything that's transpired, all the extra news and everything like that? Is LeBron coming home?
I don't know. It's funny because he does this, right? When he likes to lay these little Easter eggs everywhere. Driving around Cleveland, Akron, wherever he was driving, somewhere in Northeast Ohio. That feels like a clue. A couple of weeks ago, I forget, he wore a hat. And I said something to you on the show. Like, LeBron wore this hat. I was like, does that mean he's coming home? But now I wonder, right? Like, now, was that really an Easter egg? It was a joke at the time, but I don't know. Was that one of his little clues? But yeah, I'm starting to feel like it's at least a realistic possibility. I don't know about Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. I'm not even sure what that roster ends up looking like, really. But if LeBron has said it's not about money, so he's not looking for a max deal. He's not looking for whatever. He's just looking for happiness, right?
Right.
That leads me to believe that. I mean, home is where the heart is, man. Regardless of, it's nice, right? I saw that on a sign at a Buc-ee's. No, I've never been to a Buc-ee's, but I feel like, so I'm missing out. No, but I feel like home is where the heart is, and it makes me feel like, yeah, there's a chance. He said it's about happiness. I don't know. What do the Cavs have to offer? Can they say, hey, here's a 1 year, $15 million happinesses deal? And he goes, okay, that's a lot of happiness. I can rock with that. And he comes home and tries to win a title here or whatever. It would be obviously a mentor to some players. And I mean, we know this isn't going to be 2015 or 2012 or whatever, LeBron. We know that. But yeah, I think it's a nice story if he does, right? He comes home and, I mean, what if he wins another title here? It'd be fun. Fun for Cavs fans and great for LeBron. Maybe does he get the ring chaser? Do we hit him with that if he comes to Cleveland? I mean, is that a thing?
It's weird, man. And Jaylen Brown's an interesting kind of situation here because Jaylen Brown, to your point, I don't know if the Cavs can really, first off, pull off both those moves without really altering the roster, which maybe they're up to that. But, Jaylen Brown has some choice words about Bronny James, about if he should really be an NBA player and things like that a few years ago. It's interesting. But I will say this about Jaylen Brown. He's a dog. You can question a lot of things. Is he the leader of a team, this and that? He is a dog. He is a dog. And he has that grit, and that's what LeBron's looking for. The big talk is, and Kendrick Perkins say the Cavs don't have dogs. Well, you bring Jaylen Brown and you got a dog. And maybe it's just a matter of, and LeBron's always been like this. There's reports out there as well of LeBron kind of waiting to see what happens with the rest of free agency, or how these teams kind of position themselves to make themselves attractive to LeBron. I talked about it on Midnight Run yesterday, and I'm not shying away from what I said yesterday. LeBron loves the perfect situation, even if he comes back home, and it'll be a nice story. Him alone, again, I'll stand on it as a Cleveland fan. I don't think that's enough to win an NBA championship. I think you have to still go find somebody else to pair up there, somebody with a true impact. But be a nice story, but if it's not the perfect situation, he will not come back home, regardless of it being Cleveland and all that other stuff. If it's not the right roster, a chance for him to just jump in and take off, then it's not going to happen, folks. I mean, but it seems more likely than it did 24 hours ago, where Double A and I were melting down, we're mad, we're discussing his legacy if he were to go to Golden State. I mean, a lot of things have changed, it seems like, in the last 24 hours, and I just feel like maybe, just maybe, Donovan Mitchell's time as the Cleveland Cavaliers coming to an end. Now, things have always been quiet when it comes to the Cavaliers and are these big trades involving them recently, and especially the Utah to Cleveland for Donovan Mitchell. So it would not surprise me if the Cavs were keeping a hush-hush and working on something to get Donovan over to Boston, get Jaylen Brown here, and change the scenery for both guys. And now Jaylen Brown's running there with LeBron, who at that point would probably come in here. James Harden is running your point now, and you have a little bit of a larger lineup. Depending, if you don't have to give up Evan Mobley and you keep that front court, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, because now the Lakers are kind of in a weird spot. They're being rumored to go find extra backup centers, whatever they can do. Doesn't seem like Jared Allen's going to be in those talks anymore. So if the Cavs can keep Evan Mobley and Jared Allen and somehow get a lineup of Harden, Jaylen Brown, LeBron, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, I feel a lot better than we did, 2-3 weeks ago, for goodness sake. So
you said Jared Allen twice? Would he be in the lineup twice? That's pretty good.
I mean,
if we could clone him, I think we could get more production. You'd have one of him on the bench and one of him on the floor, and then you could swap them out. I mean, it's something to think about. I don't know how much they pay. I don't know how much. I don't know. I just don't know what the money looks like for that.
And I've trusted Jared Allen a lot, and Papa Moon taught me and Papa Moon taught me a rule when I was growing up. He said, you never trust a guy with two first names. Now here I am doing a daily show with a guy with two first names. So I think I'm doing all right for myself. And, every now and then there's an outlier. So we'll give Jared Allen the benefit of the doubt. But no, James Harden, Jaylen Brown, LeBron, Mobley, and Allen, that is something to kind of go, okay, this is different. I mean, completely different. Like, you completely moved off of the franchise at that moment and Donovan Mitchell, and now you have a very short-term franchise because James Harden probably got 2-3 more years left, at least, of strong basketball. If he plays into his 40s, I don't think it's going to be very, very good basketball. But, a few more years of James Harden. You have LeBron, obviously. There's probably his last year coming up. You got the feeling that that's where he's prepping himself for. Yeah. And then, of course, you have Jaylen Brown, and that is where you get your cornerstone. So if you're like, hey, we need a dog to go with dogs, and he's young enough where he can still lead the franchise on the same track as Donovan Mitchell, but at a higher ceiling, then Jaylen Brown makes a ton of sense. If you can keep on to your front court, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, then we're not having these discussions next season about Evan Mobley just needs to develop into a 22, 25-point scorer and this. Yeah. Evan Mobley can just be Evan Mobley. He can just play great defense. He can go and get a few timely baskets, go get some boards, impact the passing game every now and then. But really, he would benefit.
What if that's what he needs to take that next step? Like, ironically, what if that would be what he needed? Just a little bit of the pressure, the spotlight off of that, his progression or his development or whatever, and then boom, it pops. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder, right? But we see with James Harden, you bring up a great point, Chad. James Harden alone helped the impact early, at least in the regular season, that second half, with Mobley, with Allen, with that pick and roll action, getting the bigs involved, and LeBron loves getting the front court members involved. When he has a good front court member, he really hasn't had much of that besides Anthony Davis in Los Angeles. Yeah. Chris Bosh, yes, I understand he was a power forward, sometimes he played center. Different story. Chris Bosh was more of a shooter, really lived on that perimeter, would,
he's like a bang sometimes. 3.5. It was weird. Yes. It was like it was pretty weird.
Absolutely. And, we just have a very interesting free agency coming up. LeBron, with obviously where he's going, and there's already moves going on. It's just kind of a crazy, crazy time right now. But to answer the question I posed to you, is LeBron coming back to Cleveland? It feels like it.
It
feels like it, but I think there's going to be a domino that falls in Cleveland, one or two dominoes before that happens. Kyle Cornell brought up on Unfiltered earlier today, which you can catch here weekdays on the Inside Edge Network, 5 to 6 p.m. Another fantastic show by Kyle, and he brought up the fact that, hey, don't expect LeBron to sign until maybe like July 4th, July 5th, something along that. Remember, he signed, I believe, on July 6th last time he was a free agent when he left Cleveland to go to Los Angeles, and now we're in a spot where you're probably going to have to see one of these guys move in terms of Max Strus, one of these other contracts. Dennis Schroeder is being discussed and freeing up room. That's why you've seen Keon Ellis go to Brooklyn. Cavs can't really afford to make those type of signings right now. They're trying to use every dollar they got to maximize the LeBron sweepstakes. You're going to see other guys part ways. Dean Wade is testing free agency and is looking, multiple playoff contenders or in playoff teams are looking at him. But you have all of that, and you look at the Cavaliers and you go, okay, so probably a Strus or Schroeder domino, if not both combined in the same trade, are going to have to fall. Then I do think we see something shake regarding Donovan Mitchell. I just have a feeling if LeBron comes here, Donovan Mitchell will not be. Everybody's saying Donovan Mitchell's got to recruit LeBron. Well, isn't it weird that we haven't heard anything about Donovan getting on the phone with LeBron or anything like that? Usually star players would get on the phone. There's nothing. Almost seems like he's not in the cards.
What if he
2026?
What if he calls, like, he calls up whoever, I don't know, somebody in the front office, and says, hey, what do you want me to do? You want me to get LeBron on the horn? And I mean, I think I could talk to him. They're just like, look, I don't know, D. Mitch, maybe don't do that. Maybe just leave it alone, let it play. Why? And then he's got to be like, oh, all right. Like, how do those conversations go? That happens behind the scenes. Like, we'll never hear about it. We'll never get confirmation of any of that. But that kind of stuff happens, right? Like,
absolutely. And you think about it, right? LeBron done it whether he was here or whether he wasn't here.
Yeah.
He was orchestrating the scenes back when he was coming back to 2014. That the Adrian Wojnarowski tweet, back in the day of 2014, where the Cavs are working on a trade with Kevin Love pending the return of LeBron James. Okay, we get it. LeBron said, I will come back, but you better get Kevin Love. You better go find a way to get him from Minnesota. I know you got Andrew Wiggins, you're real high on him, Cleveland, but you got to get off of him. You got to move him. And it happened, obviously. And then you see, as recent as his time when he was here last with Kyrie Irving, which was a weird time, but them secretly shopping Kyrie Irving. So it would not surprise me if LeBron's like, on the phone with Cleveland right now. Rich Paul's on the phone with Cleveland, and he's like, hey, he's really wanting to come there. He wants to finish it in Cleveland. He wants to have this storybook Cleveland reunion, the third chapter, the trilogy. He wants to have all of that, but Donovan can't be there. Because, unfortunately, Donovan has shown a lot of traits that LeBron does not really mess with. You can say a lot of things about LeBron in terms of, he's a businessman. He's kind of like crafty when it comes to what he's doing, but he's very careful about who he positions himself around when he goes to a new team. I mean, he, for goodness sakes, when he left Cleveland the first time, again, the Cavaliers didn't give him much love up in that first round. That's why he left. But he positioned himself with, and I talked about this on Midnight Run, but he positioned himself with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and got all the shooters and everybody around him that he wanted. He wanted, and, Wade wanted obviously too, but LeBron wanted. And then you go to Cleveland, come back to Cleveland. We just mentioned Kevin Love. I talked about it last night. They also brought in James Jones, Mike Miller, Sean Marion. I mean, whoever he could think of.
The LeBron crew, yeah.
Exactly. Even, J.R. Smith at one point in Iman Shumpert. These are all LeBron moves. Then he goes to Los Angeles, and sure, the first year was a dud. And then you know what happens? He said, you know what? You got to go out and get Anthony Davis. We're not playing around. You got to go get Anthony Davis. and he goes out and gets his guy. So it would really shock me if LeBron wasn't telling Cleveland, or Rich Paul wasn't telling Cleveland, hey, you got to move off of Donovan Mitchell. He has shown that he said it. It's not even he's shown it even. He has said he doesn't feel the pressure. He's already won in life. He'll see us in however many weeks it is now. And it just seems like he is checked out of winning basketball games. He seems like he is accomplished. And you know what? I will give kudos to Donovan Mitchell. You've made it to the NBA. You've reached the highest level of the professional sport, or the sport you play, rather, at the professional level. I'll give you credit there. However, we're trying to win a championship here. So if you want to just go be happy, I'm sure Washington's actually a bad example because they're trying to win right now too. Go find a bad team, and that's where you can go play and you can be successful and not feel any pressure, actually, at all. So
inner peace is a wonderful thing. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's found that balance in his life. But I think, maybe the Cavs and definitely LeBron would be looking to probably hook up with maybe someone who has a little bit more of a competitive gene, right? Like I think that's fair to say.
I think the theme of the month of June is you just got to be a dog. And right now the Cavaliers need a dog.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. Yeah. And that's what it comes down to, man. The Cavaliers just need a dog to bring in a dog. You want the big dog? You got to bring in some dogs around them. You need the pack of dogs. And I think Jaylen Brown might be that guy. There are some other interesting names out there, but I just think that is the guy the Cavs are going to center in on at this point. And again, Brian Winters has been wrong before, but his intel is pretty spot on with certain surprising blockbuster moves. Again, he was on ESPN, I think on Get Up, 4 or 5 years ago, going, the Jazz, the meme, the Jazz, that. And then Donovan ends up in Cleveland. So don't be surprised but I will say this. If Jaylen Brown gets traded here, then it's 100% chance LeBron's here. 100%. The Cavs are not going to just go get Jaylen Brown and say, and James Harden, thanks for making some room for Jaylen Brown.
Right.
I mean, and I like Jaylen Brown, again. But Jaylen Brown is going to be and he's going to be mad if he's listening, he's going to be a great number 2 next to LeBron James. That's
just fired up his Twitch right now.
Oh, I'm sure I'm going to get subliminally. Maybe even just called out. That'd be great for the network though if he called me out. So with that being said,
welcome to come on at the same time.
Absolutely. And again, let me be clear though, he'd be the number 2 to LeBron for a year. James Harden would not usurp him as a number 1 once LeBron retires. If he does, in this hypothetical, he comes to Cleveland, Jaylen Brown would then become the number 1 in Cleveland. He would be the guy. So I think it's something that could make sense for all parties. And we'll keep an eye on it, Chad B. Keep an eye on it.
Might as well.
All right. Hey, that is going to do it right now for LeBron Watch. Chad. All right. We're going to keep an eye on.
I want to be trusted, man. I had to make some changes.
Understood. Well, we'll keep an eye on the LeBron Watch. It could happen, as soon as tomorrow. Like Kyle said, it could be July 4th, July 5th, and we'll be talking to you about it at the beginning of next week. So we'll keep an eye on all of that here. But we have some more NBA free agency stuff we're going to get into. Kawhi Leonard, he didn't sign anywhere, but he got traded. He is back in Canada. He is a Raptor again. Chad and I will talk about it when we come back here. This is Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. That's Chad Bryan. He's Chad. ... Just Chad. And he's to my right. Your right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We are back right after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. There were 15 flavors to choose from. You can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
And welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad, Brian, to my right, your right, everybody's right, and I am Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, on the saddle adjacent here, trying to keep it together. We're trying. We are rocking and rolling here with it till 11 p.m. My goodness gracious, I'm looking like Alfalfa. You ever seen The Little Rascals? Okay, that's what I'm feeling like here, Chad B. Don't worry, I can hear the intro music tonight, buddy.
Okay.
I can hear. I just let it ride sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's Chad B creation. I love it. And yeah, man, we're rocking and rolling. We are rocking with it till 11. Like I said, here we got Tuesday Top 5 coming up after this. So we'll kind of get into some more NBA free agency news. Before we do, of course, a quick reminder here, as always, like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on all the socials. That is YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, everywhere. Go check it out. Hit that notification bell. Know when we're going live. A lot of great daily coverage, a lot of great weekly coverage as well. So check us out. Cleveland's digital leader, your source for sports, entertainment, mental health conversations, news, and everything in between. Check out the website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Go read about your favorite personalities. All of us, I like to say, do a great job. So go find out more about us. Go read about our partners, tremendous partners, and go to the merchandise store. That's you right at home. Grab a mug, a hat, a shirt, a polo. Grab it all. Get ready and rock Cleveland's digital leader. And
really quick, if you know a hair product with just medium hold, maybe not too much weight, hook Eli. Maybe we need, maybe we need another spot. We need something in here. Eli's hair is trying to make a run for it right now.
I need
That's why I keep on containing the hat. You never know what mine's going to do. It's
my golly. I need a haircut. So we're planning that one here for the next week or two. We're gonna clean it up here before Moon Bash, get ready to rock. So of course, download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku as well. We're there. We're everywhere with you. So get locked in with the Inside Edge Network. Yes. All right, Chad B. Time to talk about the Raptors.
All right.
Because they have a familiar friend back in town. It was reported by Shams. Not him.
What year is it? All right, fine.
It is 2026, believe it or not. I know, crazy. I know you go on the time machine on Wednesdays, but you're a little early here.
What day?
Kawhi Leonard is a Toronto Raptor. He is a Toronto Raptor again. This was 6 hours ago per Shams Charania of ESPN. The Los Angeles Clippers are nearing, and they completed a deal, sending Kawhi Leonard to the Toronto Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 1 pick swap, and 2 second-rounders. Now, if anybody remembers, Kawhi Leonard obviously kind of put an end to the Warriors' run there. They were in that finals where Durant got hurt, Klay Thompson got hurt. They weren't able to overcome that, and the Raptors won their first NBA championship in their franchise history. Kawhi Leonard, a finals MVP. He was there rocking with Kyle Lowry. Everything was cool till Uncle Dennis got involved, and Uncle Dennis said, Kawhi, you're going to Los Angeles. Hey, they cannot do anything else for you here. And, of course, Kawhi never wanted to be there in the first place. Now, it seemed like he fell in love with Toronto once he kind of got immersed there. They had that moment, the shot over Joel Embiid in Philadelphia there in that Game 7 advance, in the playoffs. And, of course, the win against the Warriors in the finals that nobody saw coming. They had somewhat of a chance, but nobody saw that coming. And the fact that they did it, people I think were still like, man, Kawhi, you really don't like Toronto that much. You won at the highest level you can win at. You got a championship. And you're like, what are you searching for here, man? They love you here. So he goes to Los Angeles for the last 5 years, 4, 5, 6 years, a good stretch. And I guess he missed Toronto so much that he wanted to come back home. In fact, Kawhi Leonard missed people so much, his old team so much, that he was also, reports have it, inquiring about San Antonio. And the Spurs said, nah, we're good, man. You burned that bridge really nice. So we're cool. But Toronto said, dude, we love you. We love you, man. We want you back, And I think Kawhi may be a little shocked that Kyle Lowry's not there anymore. And some of the guys, Pascal Siakam's not there anymore. He may be a little shocked when he first gets in there. Like, where is everybody? But
you're reminding me of the Fresh Prince meme where Will Smith walks in, all the furniture's gone. He's like looking around.
Yes. Yes. Now you think of this, and I'm going to hand this off to you, Chad. You think of this team built around Scotty Barnes now, built around some of these young guys. Of course, Brandon Ingram was kind of in that mix, but a little bit out of that range a little bit.
Yeah.
They bring him, they send him out. They keep Scotty Barnes. They got R.J. Barrett there. They got some guys that are really, really established in terms of, now they've had a deep playoff run, a little bit of a playoff run, and they've kind of earned their keep a little bit. And when I mean established, I mean, okay, they at least have a little bit of playoff stripes. I'm not saying they're an NBA champion, but they have the feel. And R.J. Barrett, again, reminder, was on the New York Knicks team that was pushing to get to the finals. He just could never get there, and, of course, they moved off him to get OG Anunoby, and the rest is history, right? Kawhi Leonard, a Toronto Raptor, it feels like, dang, dude, you kind of, screwed up. I know you're going to retire as a Raptor, but you could have just had one nice fluid run with Toronto. How do you feel about this?
I could have just stayed there. It's weird. We've talked about how weird of a situation that was. That it was weird, and it kind of feels it's weird. We also talked about it being 5 or 6 years ago, and in some ways it feels like that Toronto championship was 15 years ago. I know it wasn't, but it feels like it was a really, really long time. I don't know. Maybe is that what this team needs? I mean, they gave they gave some. They were tough in the playoffs this year. They were really tough. I couldn't find the words to say what I wanted to say there, but now with that veteran leadership, right, that championship pedigree, is that enough to kind of help get them to the next level? I don't know. I'm not sure. I just don't know what Kawhi Leonard has left in the tank as far as not carrying a team, because he's not going to be, but getting a team, just helping them get to that next level, whatever that next level looks like for them. Whether that's conference finals, a championship, whatever. I feel like some teams in the NBA don't even play for a title, right? Yeah. It's just whatever. Let's go out and we'll try to win 30 or 40 games, and
if we just try our best, we'll do it right.
We'll go out there and look good, and we'll put the guys out on the floor because the NBA says we have to. But we're really trying to we're tanking under the table a little bit.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's really weird. We talked about some of the free agent signings. You're like, who signed where and for what? For how much money? But it makes sense. I mean, the NBA has a great TV deal. Obviously, there's less spots to go around. That means there's more money. So you're going to have that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole thing with I just don't understand this whole saga, I guess. I feel like I'm on the outside looking in a little bit, and I'm watching it, and I see all the memes and I see the posts on social media. I'm like, I still don't get it. I don't know why. I just feel like this one doesn't compute for me. This whole last 6 years. Whatever it's been weird. It's been really just feels weird. It's one of those NBA things. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, and he's not LeBron in terms of Cleveland, at least a connection of home. He can keep coming back and be like, look, I'm an Ohio guy. Like Toronto, like I don't know how you feel about this, but I mean, he does give them a veteran presence. He does give them somebody, if he can actually play more than 40 games and actually wants to play basketball and can stay away from random companies that get you in trouble, then maybe he can actually contribute for the Raptors. I heard Richard Jefferson on ESPN talking about, and former Cavalier Richard Jefferson talking about, this doesn't make them an NBA title contender, but this makes them a contender in the East based off what we see on paper. I tend to believe that as well right now. But we'll see kind of how the rest of the East shakes up. It does make them interesting, though. Kawhi back now in the Eastern Conference. And, again, with a lot of young guys, it's going to be interesting to see how Scotty Barnes takes that next leap, how that Kawhi-Barnes matchup, or, duo, rather, matches up against the rest of the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. So, excited to see what that looks like. But right now, to me, this maybe ensures that they're a top 4 or 5 team. But I would have to see more out of it. I've seen people saying this is a number 1 seed team in the East. Okay.
No. Yeah. Okay. I mean, sure. But let's talk about the Clippers for a minute. How do the Clippers look now? How's Darius Garland feel? You've got Brandon Ingram out there, Grady Dick. Did they get better? Are they good enough? The West is tough, but
they are trying to benefit in this youth movement, right? They are trying to get better essentially by getting younger, because they tried with Paul George, they tried with James Harden, they tried with Kawhi Leonard, they've tried with all this, and it has not worked. It has not worked in this run, so kind of curious to see what they do. Darius Garland obviously going to be the one there, and Brandon Ingram, they'll jockey, and then you got some other pieces, and the Clippers trying to get young again. So we'll see. The Clippers went for it all and did not work out, and now they are back to kind of square one. So kind of see there. Now, before we go to break here, Chad B, we got some breaking news.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, we need a thing. We got to have a thing, man. Hold on. I got it. It's fine. Breaking news. It's fine.
Okay, perfect. Free agent forward Dean Wade has agreed. This is per Shams Charania of ESPN. Free agent forward Dean Wade has agreed to a 4-year, $39 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. Sources tell ESPN.
Right.
Several contenders pursued the former Cleveland Cavaliers forward, who has become an indispensable defending and shooting front court piece. So now he is a Philadelphia 76er. He joins Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Paul George. We were just talking about it. Paul George there. So we'll kind of see. It's sad to see Dean Wade go. He gave some quality minutes here and there, but hey, man, we were making room for LeBron right now. So
yeah, he's a high effort guy. By all, it seems like he's a great dude. But yeah, I think you're right. I think they're just trying to make as much room financially as they can for LeBron to make sense, and whatever other moves they have up their sleeve, you never know. It seems like they would have something else up their sleeve, not just bringing in LeBron James, but. A little sad to see Dean Wade go and the effort, right? Sometimes when we talked about it in the playoffs, sometimes you only got really that max effort from 2 or 3 guys, and Max was one of those guys. Max Strus and then Dean Wade were the 2 guys that we really talked the most about, just getting that high effort on defense. And you lose that piece, but it depends on how you fill those holes. And did you get better? Do you get worse? Is it the same? We'll see.
We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, see how the dominoes fall. And we'll start the argument this offseason. Who is the best Wade in history? Was it Dwayne for Cavaliers? Was it Dwayne or was it Dean? We'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on it. All right. Hey, everybody, we're going to go to a quick pause for the cause here. Make sure you grab your dinner, your caffeine, get ready to rock, whether you're on the East, the West Coast, wherever you may be in the world. We are rocking with you. That's Chad B to my right, your right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. This is Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. I know you're excited. We're excited too. It's Tuesday Top 5 when we come back.
Oh, yeah.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's Fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick. With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh. I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Moser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Moser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MoserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MoserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
And welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, your right, everybody's right. And I'm Eli Moon. We're back in the saddle, on the saddle adjacent here for this final segment of your Tuesday here on, of course, Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. We're rocking and rolling with you. Daily Spiral, the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm, and I'll be there with her as well. We will be at the top of the hour at 11 p.m. and then Midnight Run with Anthony Alford, ending the stream all the way to midnight. One stream, 3-hour phenomenon. Very excited you're with us. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on all of the socials. Check it out there on YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, everywhere. Go to InsideEdgeNetwork.com, read about your favorite personalities. Check out our partners page for some great deals, and go to the merchandise store. That's you. Get something cool. Rep Cleveland's digital leader. And go download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku, because we're everywhere. All right? Go check it out. Go rock with us. But I had to leave a little bit of time here, folks, because it is time for everybody's favorite Tuesday segment. Chad B, what time is it?
It's about 10:40. Oh, you meant what's? Oh, it's Tuesday. My bad. It's time for the Tuesday top 5, and this isn't a normal Tuesday top 5. This is a happy 250th freaking birthday, America type of Tuesday top 5. Yeah. We may be falling apart, but we've been here for 250 years, and that's more than I can say for myself. I don't know if I'll make it to 250, but we'll see. I'd imagine the medical bills would pile up, but let's just do this.
Yeah.
So it's the 250th birthday for America. Eli, what could we talk about? What would be a topic for the Tuesday top 5? I should probably come up with something pretty soon because I am on the spot. Should have thought about this before. You know what? Quickly, just let me type. You know what we'll do? How about 4th of July activities?
I love that.
4th of July activities. Why not? It's Freedom Day, or something like that. So anyway, it's the 4th of July. Like I said, it's a magical time of year. It's not Christmas, but it's when Americans celebrate winning our independence by spending $400 at Costco to feed relatives that we actively avoid the other 364 days of the year. Hey, cousins and aunts and uncles, we'll see you Saturday, by the way. It's a true story. We are going to see the family. But Here are our top 5 4th of July activities. First of all, of course, we have an honorable mention.
Okay.
It's singing the Star Spangled Banner, not singling it, but singing the Star Spangled Banner. It's the only song where everyone confidently sings the first line, right? I was thinking about this. It's kind of like Christmas carols, and then it goes it immediately turns into just like a choir of mumbles, right? Whatever. By the end, the loudest person usually is the one who clearly has no idea what the words are or what the song is even about.
And the banner waved somewhere.
The banner waves over red skies that are exploding. I don't know. I probably couldn't sing again. Anyway, number 5 is going to be a classic. Nothing says America like a baseball game. And while you're there, Eli, there's something that you can do. But with baseball, it comes overpriced beer, right? The hot dog, that's important. It's somehow both burnt and undercooked. I don't know how they do that. But of course, some people just use the holiday to see how many hot dogs they can eat. Somewhere, I'm sure a cardiologist just felt a disturbance in the force and bought a Corvette. So along those lines, don't just go to the baseball game. Don't just eat a hot dog. Try to eat 76 like this guy. There he is. He just opens his mouth and the hot dogs come flying in. 76 hot dogs. 76 is the world record for Joey Chestnut. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Not forget Kobayashi. He blazed some trails. But Joey Chestnut's the guy with 76. That's amazing.
Yeah, and Joey Chestnut is about to really break history this year when he wins again, gets his 18th to beat John Cena for the most titles in all the sports. You think about this, not all the sports, there are teams with other more chances, but individual sports, Joey Chestnut, John Cena. That's the list right there. And I think this is going to be epic. He is supposed to be on 180 days of jail. He got it instead of 180 days of probation, and he's still in that 180 days. And so, you know what? You want to talk about being a dog, eating dogs? That's Joey Chestnut. I love the list so far. Great start.
What if he was on house arrest and had to eat the hot dogs from home? Would that be? Would he still? But it doesn't matter.
No, you got to be at Coney Island.
That's fair. That's where
They're gonna call it Chestnut Island pretty soon.
It's gonna get changed. The name is gonna get changed. So listen, number 4 on the list. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. You go watch the 1996 movie Independence Day. That's what you got to do. Okay. It is the greatest 4th of July movie ever made, Eli, because it answers the questions. Well, this is the one question: what if aliens attacked Earth and America still somehow won the Super Bowl? It's got everything. Will Smith punches an alien. Jeff Goldblum uploads a computer virus from a 1996 laptop, and somehow that's the believable part. But yeah, you go watch these fellas. Remember when Jeff Goldblum, Will Smith, and the alien figured out the problem? That's why I had them in there that shot together. But yeah, it's got everything. You got Buzz. I mean, he's the crop duster. He can't do anything right. And who saves? Well, I don't want to. Well, no spoiler alerts if you haven't seen it.
Chad, I got to be honest. Do not spoil this. I have a really bad confession to make here.
Oh, no.
I haven't seen Independence Day.
Well, this was a Tuesday top 2. We're done. I'm off the show. I'm all right. Well, now you have something to do. Listen, you have the whole weekend. You have this whole 250th birthday weekend for our country. You can watch the greatest piece of film ever centered around the holiday, Independence Day.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's a close second is the sequel, but I think those are the only 2 movies that are really made around Independence Day. So I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely pop it on. Get some time this weekend, throw it on, watch Independence Day. I mean, look, Will Smith is awesome in almost anything I've seen him in. So
yeah, he's pretty good, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely
just keep his wife's name out your mouth.
Just keep my wife's name.
Just do that, and then you'll be fine.
Yep.
I think maybe the most iconic line, of course, there was a great speech by Bill Pullman as the president. Awesome, right? But clearly the most iconic line from this movie is Will Smith saying, "Oh no, you did not shoot that green at me." Anyway, we're gonna move on. Number 3, just do it. Just go swimming.
Yeah.
Nothing brings a family together like yelling Marco Polo until somebody accidentally inhales half the pool. And every neighborhood has one guy who cannonballs into the water like he's trying to qualify for the Olympics, right? Congratulations, Steve. You just created a tidal wave in the shallow end. All the kids are sad, but whatever. It doesn't matter if it's a pool. It could be a water park. It could be a splash pad. It could be the beach. I actually took this picture when we were at Virginia Beach last summer. So
Wow.
because life is better at the beach. It's a nice little sunset coming up over the ocean. Or I'm sorry, a sunrise coming up over the ocean. Everybody's happy by the beach, right?
That's a great picture.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate
great
that.
Picture. Wow.
Yeah, go try to get some sand in your toes and see the beach. See something nice on the 4th of July.
I love that. You know, I'm a semi-swimming guy. I will get in there and you know about torso deep, and then that's about it. I don't really swim or anything like that. I'm more of a hot tub kind of guy too. But I like swimming. You know, getting in the pool, moving around, getting a little cooled off. But I will say this: my sister and brother are definitely more of the swimmers of the Moon family. Every time we go to a water park, they're always like, "Hey, can you swim?" The lifeguard always asks me. My little brother's always like, "Just say yes, we'll save you." I'm like, "Okay, fine." And then I go in and I'm here, so we're good.
Yes. I like to just kind of stand where I'm not much of a, so I'm not swimming laps or anything, but being in the water is nice, especially when it's 500 degrees like it's going to be the next couple of days. So, Number two, Eli, go to or have a cookout.
Yes.
The cookout, and this is my thing. This is where every dad transforms into a self-proclaimed pit master, right? Because he bought an apron that says "License to Grill" or something. Or maybe we'll see an example of another apron in a minute. But suddenly he's talking about burger temperatures like he's performing heart surgery. We talked about the cardiologist. Meanwhile, somebody brought some potato salad. We've talked about potato salad, but this one's been sitting out since noon. It's no longer a side dish. It's a public health challenge at this point. So don't do that. But your grill might look like this, and your apron might say, "The last time I cooked, hardly anyone got sick." It's fine. Most of the meat was somewhat browned. I charred the outside of those hot dogs. They were frozen in the middle, but whatever. Everybody ate something. Everybody was happy, right? Go to a cookout. Have a cookout. Go somewhere. Crash your neighbor's cookout. I don't care. Do something. Find a cookout. Go to it. Eat a hot dog. Don't eat 76.
I love that. And I'll be honest, my little brother's a really good cook when it comes especially to the grill. But I think his enhancement as a cook really became when my mom bought him a new apron to wear at the grill. I cannot remember. It was something like Kiss the Chef or something, or whatever. And ever since he's had that, man, he has been grilling his ass off. So very proud. And you got to have the apron. You got to have something funny on it. If you're really going over the top, you got to wear the chef hat. You got to get after it. And of course, you either need some New Balances or you need like the Nike white Air Forces.
The Monarchs.
The Monarchs, yes.
Yes. With high socks, but not like crumpled down, like all the way pulled up, mid-calf, right?
Yes. Khaki shorts. You got to have khaki shorts.
Absolutely. And please wear a khaki short, especially if you're having family over. Don't just wear the apron. I know it's hot, but man, don't do that.
Don't do
you can't
that.
have the buns out. You can't have the buns in the back.
Yeah. Listen, suns out, buns out. People take that the wrong way sometimes.
Yeah, that's you're supposed to toast your buns on the. Yeah, that's not.
And not your buns.
Not your
everybody's buns.
Yeah,
not
yes. Gotta get some sunblock on those things. I'll tell you right now, that's probably an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah. Figure out the right SPF level.
Yes. Well, yes. Do that. Is it SPF or SPF? Okay. Number one on the list for 4th of July activities. Again, happy 250th birthday, America. So what do you do? What else can you do? We cooked out. We went swimming. Mm-hmm. We went to a baseball game, ate a bunch of hot dogs, ate a whole apple pie to our face. We watched Independence Day. I know what we could do. We can watch some fireworks, Eli. They're everywhere this time of year. Fireworks are beautiful, Eli, because they're the one, maybe one of the few things that everyone agrees should explode from a safe distance. Yes. Every year, there's one guy who's like, hey, relax. I've done this before, moments before, sprinting across the yard while his eyebrows file for divorce. The professionals have permits, they have training, they have insurance, they know what they're doing. Your cousin Kyle has 3 energy drinks, Kyle Cornell. And supreme confidence. I don't know why I just came up with the name Kyle off the top of my head. That was weird. But those aren't the same thing, okay? So enjoy the holiday, eat way too much, watch the fireworks, and remember, freedom is great, but keeping all 10 fingers is even better. So happy 250th birthday, America. Here are a couple other pictures that I took myself. There's some fireworks.
You did a great job, dude.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. All right. Happy birthday,
I love
America.
that. Happy birthday, America. Happy birthday, America. I love it.
Those are Inside Edge exclusive fireworks right there. You're only getting those here tonight. That's it.
I love it. And I'll tell you this, man. I'll tell you this. I got a really funny fireworks story, and I'll make it very quick.
Okay.
We used to go to my cousin's house every year and light them up, light the fireworks up in Cleveland. And the one year we and I never did it. Like, first off, when I was young, I was younger. I was like a teenager, a very early teenager, maybe 12, 13, around that range. And problem was, like, you're not lighting these fireworks off. I don't trust them. I'm not, I don't trust the fireworks. You're cool. You can watch. You just, you can't. So, my cousin and, cousins and, they would all light up the fireworks, and my uncles and all that, and they're lighting them up, and then it tipped over. And it started firing at the house. Yep. Bro, I've never seen so many people run for the lights. People scooping up babies and running in, my uncle sprinting in. Oh, my God.
All the old people with no cartilage in their knees or somehow 4-3-40. Yeah, I get it, man.
Dude, perfect. People were shook up. I think we took the next year off from fireworks. I think we let everybody recover for a year. But, yes, other than that, now the family does it out in a big yard at my cousin's house out in the country. So, everybody's got a little bit of distance. We're not as contained as a Cleveland road that is, houses on both sides. So, very cool, though. But great list, bro. I can't complain. Great list.
It's a pretty good holiday list. It's what you do, especially for the 250th birthday. It's pretty crazy.
Absolutely.
1770, 76. Maybe Joey Chestnut just stops at 76 hot dogs because, hey, that's already the record. And here we are, 1776, right? There you go.
Absolutely, pal. Absolutely. Yeah. Another fantastic list. I have nothing to complain about tonight. I think you've ushered the people in ready to go for July 4th weekend, America 250. Yep. It's 250th anniversary of America. And I talked about it last night. I think on Midnight Run or wherever I talked about it at. But I said, I know it can get political and things like that, and it has become political at certain times. We don't get political on this show. I just think it's cool that, we can celebrate, in some capacity, being able to rock with people we love here in this country and have a little reason to celebrate. So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So Christmas in July, right?
Absolutely, bud. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Hey, that's going to do it for us. We're going to do the old switcherooski. Here we go, because rents do. We don't got it. So, but of course, we look great in red. Always look great in red. So that is going to do it for Chad Bryant. To my right, your right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. This has been Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Make sure, and this is going to be cool, I do it in the red this time. Like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, everything. Check it out. Go check out the website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Read about all your favorite personality. Check out the partners page. Love our partners. Cannot do without them. Couldn't do without you at home. So go ahead and get to the merchandise store. Grab Cleveland's digital leader, and grab our merch. Check it out. Rock it. And, wear something you can be proud of here, especially on July 4th weekend. Shipping can get a little faster, so maybe you have it by the weekend.
Get a red one, get a white one, get a blue one. Huh?
Yeah.
You can wear all three polos at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, just buy all of the colors. Just grab every single one. Yes, absolutely. And download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. We're everywhere. So rock and roll with us. That's going to do it here for us. Rents do. We don't got it. But I'll stick around. Chad, you've done a phenomenal job. You were off the hook tonight. I will. I'm in trouble. All right, let's get after it. Here we go. It is time at the top of the hour.
I saw that look you got.
Yeah, I know. But me and Autumn are cool, man. Me and Autumn get along very well. We're gonna share some really horrific stories about our dating experiences. That we've both gone on random dates. They've been bad. I've had a 3-year relationship in the past, and I got some stories from that. So we'll get into it. We'll get into all the fun at the top of the hour. It's time for the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm. I'll stick around as well. But that's been Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. We're back at the top of the hour right after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
There's 123 people in here right now. I know you guys want to see my reaction to movie night. We're going to talk about it. Eli, I'm going to get on you because I'm assuming you didn't watch, even though this is one of the greatest episodes of Love Island I've ever seen in my entire life. But I have to start with this. Y'all, I'm 31 years old, right? I'm 31. I'm a nice 31 too, okay? 6 months into it about. LeBron James started playing when I was 8 years old. I was 8, about to turn 9. I went through the first round of will he leave, will he won't leave, when I was like 11. He resigned. Went through the next round, broke my heart. I started crying in my grandmother's bedroom because he decided to go to Miami and join the Heatles when I was 15. When I was 19, he came back. He fulfilled everybody's dream. He was immaculate. He was amazing. He leaves when I'm 22. I'm 31, y'all. I can't do it again, Eli. I cannot do it again. I need him to not do this again. This is the 4th time this has happened. I cannot do this again. No. If you don't know what I'm talking about, LeBron James decided to announce today his team at Clutch Sports announced that he will not be returning to the Lakers, essentially making him a free agent. And the teams that were announced that were on the board were the Warriors, the Heat, and the Cavs. Y'all, I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it with him. I cannot be in a LeBron James world where he rules the world in Cleveland. I can't do it. It literally will give me heartburn. That's all I have to say. Hi, Eli.
Hey, Autumn. I just wanted to make sure, you got whatever you need to get off your chest.
I'm 31. He's been doing this since I was 11.
Yeah. I understand. I completely understand. Unfortunately, this is the reality. Fortunately, this is the last time it'll happen. So you won't have to worry about it, at 35 or 37 or anything like that. That's a good news.
I just want him to stop. I want him to stop. I want it to stop. The 2016 one, the 2015 one literally broke me. Every single day I was listening to the radio. I needed to know he was coming back. I was tracking flights. No, I can't do this again.
So
can't do this.
Do you not want LeBron? I just want to make sure.
I do want him back, but I can't go through the heartbreak of if he does come back or if he doesn't. I can't do it, Eli. The moment I saw the announcement that he wasn't going to re-sign with the Lakers, I'm like, I know what's going to happen. I know it's some bullshit. I need it to not happen.
Well, if you listen to the reports on him, it's starting to heat up. He might be a Cleveland Cavalier again. And you look behind you on the wall. Like, look, it's right over there. I
know he's right here. He's right here. But I can't do it, Eli. If this man comes back with this team, we already know. If you don't know, before the show, Shams announced that Dean Wade will be signing with Philly. Which loses the Cavs lose a key piece to not only their defense but their shooting core. But that doesn't matter because LeBron James would be here.
Yes, correct. And Brian Winter's rumoring on, kind of giving a little hint on ESPN that maybe LeBron isn't coming here alone. They've been talking. A bunch of analysts have been reporting that LeBron's kind of waiting to see how the dominoes fall first. So this probably
will be Anthony Davis. He's made of glass.
No. But Jaylen Brown, potentially Jaylen Brown. We talked about it on Primetime here in the last hour about how right now the Cavs are lacking dogs, and we need dogs in here. And you can talk about Jaylen Brown being a number 2. You can talk about him going on Twitch and airing out his grievances. I
don't even care. I don't even care. I don't even want to have this conversation because it is so. We've been having this conversation about LeBron and his decisions since 2010. Not even 2009. Since 2009. I've been hearing about, is LeBron going to go here? Is LeBron going to go there? I'm done. It's been 18 years. I'm 31. He's been playing since I was 8. I'm done.
Well, here's the good news: is the way right now on Bronny's trajectory, we won't have to do this again with another James.
Oh my God,
that's the good news. Look. I'm here to give you good news.
Bryce is still in college. I'm so happy that Bryce is still in college because he would try to want to play with Bryce. No. I'm done. That's all I wanted to talk about with LeBron. I'm just done. I want to.
Okay. We're done. What are we even talking about?
Eli, I told you last night. I said tonight is going to be the most important episode of the season. Did you listen to me?
I watched a good majority of it. It's been a day.
What part did you get up to?
I'm going to be honest. I was in and out. I had to, we had to get dinner. We had to take care of it. It was a crazy day, but I saw a lot of KC bashing. He should get bashed for what the hell happened.
I
don't know how
tonight.
to feel about it anymore. Because I feel like here's the problem I'm having. As somebody who is not as avid as a watcher as you, the problem I'm having is they're all doing the same thing. Like KC is just getting the heat because he's outspoken about it and he drops an F-bomb every other word. I mean, that's really why KC's the bad guy. We've talked about it. He has a village and origin story. The door, we don't have the right folder up tonight. We'll wait at midnight. He literally had nobody at his door.
We know.
Do you know what that does to a man? Do you know what that does to a man? That shatters his confidence. And
I can't do this with this door bullshit anymore, okay?
But it's a big part of the Love Island.
The door bullshit was after night 2. After night 2, the door bullshit has been done. Also, I understand. Okay, so let's talk about movie night.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so movie night, if y'all don't know, usually it's just a small scene that they'll play, and usually it's like a clever sentence, and like usually they'll have to play a game. That's not what they did tonight. Tonight, what they did was they flipped a coin, was a bunch of doors. They had to pick a number, and behind that door was a compilation of clips. Now, the compilation of clips is all the clips that fans sent into Love Island that was like, hey, you need to play these. So this is what the clips we got tonight. Because again, y'all, movie night is 2 parts. Oh my God. When I tell you they are cooking this season, they are cooking. Yeah. So the clips we got tonight, we got Sincere and Soul Yeah, I forgot how bad it was. When I tell you I had to get up and walk away and pace because I forgot how bad it was. We had Zach and Kata, and then we had Casey and Anaya. So let's start off with Zach and Kata.
Mhm.
Zach and Kata somehow was the most tame of the clips, and essentially it just showed that Zach lied to her, that he kissed Alana, the racist, multiple times, and just things of that nature happen, right?
Right.
Zach is such a deflector. He's such a bullshitter that he just comes to Cater, as he calls her. He's like, I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And Cater, you can just truly see she was like, you just continuously lied to me. You just lied to me over and over and over and over again. And it was just like, okay, finally she's waking up. She's waking up.
Right.
Then during the Casey and Anaya of it all, she looks at, there's a clip that they showed from After Sun where Casey was choosing TT.
Mhm.
And Kayla kind of looks and she's like, where's the Alana girl? Because she's just thinking that Alana got sent home from Casa More.
Mhm.
She has no clue. Jaden tells her, she was like, oh no, she left after day 2. She got kicked out of the villa because she was racist.
Correct.
This decides, Kata was like, oh no, you lied by omission. You made it seem like I was the only one you were going to choose. You're telling her if I had a choice, I probably would bring you back, but she ends up leaving, and now it's not even just like a thing. You're literally lying. Eli, when I tell you I had to get up because I was like, this was the first part I had to get up. I was like, oh, this is good.
Yeah,
This
I'm gonna be
is
honest.
Good.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm like surprised Zach just kind of flies under the radar. We spent a lot of time talking about Casey, and understandably so. I can understand why we talk about Casey, but it seems like all the heat is always on him. Out of all these guys that are kind of crazy,
Zach flies. I don't understand why.
I mean, and especially the attachment to the racist. Like, that should have been blouses for him in this game. I know, like, again, Autumn, I know, and, like, you can kind of tell I watched my stuff a little bit tonight, and I followed with Zach. It's like, how are the ladies rocking with him when he just continually, first off, his judgment in women, terrible, because of who he was with to start it off, and then he rebounded and is able to kind of stay along this long, but it just doesn't make sense. I feel like the ladies are kind of finally up to what he's on. I know all the heat is on KC right now. We'll get to him in a second. But all the heat's on him. I think Zach's in trouble. I do. I truly think he could be the next one in trouble. Just because of everything. Like, it's not as in your face as KC and sincere, but it's like I'm the nice guy, but I'm really not. And I have really bad taste in women, and then I bounce around just to slide in where I fit in. I get in where I fit in, and I think Zach can't fit in anywhere else on this villa.
The thing about Zach is that Zach is so undercover, and Zach does this thing where he'll be like, oh, I was joking. Oh, I didn't mean it. Like, remember earlier in the season where he was like saying slick shit and challenges to everybody?
Mhm.
Like, he pied Soul. He like said the whole thing about Naya and KC. He flies under the radar because everybody just thinks it's his personality. They don't think that he's just like a dick, and he's a dick.
Right.
And I'm like, tonight, I'm like, why is none of the, like, okay, the girls kind of woke up to the fact that he was kind of a dick. Kata really woke up to it. She was like, well, you're literally lying to me. You're like, and the girls are trying to be like, but he was still going to pick you. And I wanted to yell at them and be like, that's not the point. That's not what she's talking about. She's talking about the fact that he didn't even tell her that this girl left, and instead made it seem like Kata was his only choice. And in all reality, you had no choice.
Right. And that's what makes me mad, is because, like, he should have, I mean, I know I asked you about this, a few weeks ago when this happened, like, why is he able to kind of stay, he should almost be penalized for having terrible taste in women. Like, the fact that he chose who he chose and then kind of just slides under the radar, that's why I've been adamant about KC. I know he has his faults, but at least he wears it. At least he wears it. He gets KC tonight. He wore it. He literally wore it. Autumn. He is playing the game.
We'll get to Kumon after the break, because I mean, him and Sincere. When I tell you him, Sincere, and Corbin tonight. Oh my god. But
KC's the only one. I know we gotta go to break. KC is the only one that gets the heat, though. I don't understand it.
Sincere is about to get
He's about to, but like it just doesn't seem like it's like here's KC's heat, like nuclear heat, like wrestler, like heel wrestler with the fans, booed as soon as he walks out. The entrance music
Absolutely.
hits KC's, like that's where he's at. But why doesn't
it.
Sincere and Corbin and even Zach get this type of heat? It's mind-boggling.
Because I'm gonna just, before we go to break, I'm gonna explain why. Because KC moves in a okay, Sincere is a liar and a sociopath. We know this. Mm-hmm. They are only tonight. They're really seeing that he's a full-blown liar and sociopath. Mm-hmm. Zach, they didn't know he was a liar and a sociopath. He's just trying to mask it by saying, I'm a funny guy. Corbin's AI, we already know this. Everybody's been getting on his ass. The reason why KC is the way it is because he's more overt. Mm-hmm. The other ones are more undercover. He's so much more overt, especially over this last week. He's been crazy. But we'll talk about KC and Anaya and that whole thing and her and Carl when we come back from the break, because there's so much more that we have to get to. And I know I'm also going to stay on for the first segment of Double A's Crack Show, and we'll get to that. But you guys are watching the Daily Spiral as we are spiraling over movie night and more here on Inside Edge Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get into the juicier part of the episode. We need and Eli are going to talk about our terrible dating lives towards the end of the show.
I can't wait. Autumn,
Because mine is bad. Mine is really bad. It's like, it's historically bad.
You
like,
set
so
a
bad.
high bar. You set a very high bar with the ALS one yesterday.
That didn't even scratch the surface with that dude. I promise you. That was just like the smallest thing I could, like, he was crazy. But okay, so let's get to I just saw this name on Twitter and I have to say it. This is going in the books of one of the funniest names on Love Island. Somebody called him Sincerifer.
Oh no, he's bad. He's real bad. He's bad.
Let's talk about the Sincere. Okay, so Sincere was insane this episode. He's still lying. He's still lying to everyone. He lied to Melanie at the beginning of the episode. He keeps saying, "Oh my God, I know ALS." Boy, you know the alphabet. You don't know ALS. Okay,
Yeah.
like you don't. So right when Melanie announced it, it's gonna be movie night, she looks at Sincere and she goes, like, "Sincere, you got anything to tell me? Anything you're nervous about?" He goes, "No." He goes, "No, I'm pretty good on everything."
Yeah.
Little did he know. So first of all, him yelling at the girls while they're talking about the Anaya Carl situation was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Was insane. I'm like, I know you not talking. Then we get to his clips. I forgot just how bad the soul situation really was. I forgot how bad he really was going back and forth between her and Melanie.
He really hurt her. He hurt her very bad. I'm an empath, and it hurt me watching that. Like, it hurt me, and that's saying a lot.
It was, when I tell you, Eli, I had to literally stand up and I was like, "Oh my God, I forgot about all of this." The back-to-back clips, whoever the production person is, the editor that put this compilation of clips together and edited together, him calling both Soul and Melanie beloved. Oh, that was insane. I said, "Oh, this man is really crazy."
Yeah.
He's really insane. I'm like, "Oh, like, what is going on?"
Yes.
So then the girls are talking about him, and you see Melanie and you just see her shaking, and like you hear Anaya being like, "Are you want to say something? Like, you can, like, you," and you just see her just like be like, "Oh my God, like, he really did lie to me. Like, he really, really, really lied to me." And I think the clip that really got her was the speakeasy clip.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know he told her he kissed Soul, but she didn't know it was literally right as she was coming in. When I tell you, also, I was looking at the faces of everybody. You know it's bad when every single person was like, "Oh, this is awful."
Right. It's kind of like, it's not the same as Zach, but it's kind of the same tendencies where, like, Zach's at least a little bit more sly with it, where he's like, he survived this long and now it's like, "All right, dude, no, you're literally a bad person." Like, the fact, first off, for your taste in women. Secondly, because you just think, it upsets me. I get a little bit of trauma from this show because, you see it, you see this type of stuff go on where, unfortunately, I'm a man, so I can say this, men lie to women and it's not right. And, the fact that he lied to her, he really just kind of pulled the wool over her eyes for a long time. It upsets me.
He didn't just lie to her. He didn't just lie to her. He lied. He lies so much. I told y'all, he lies so much that he believes his lies. He believes what he's saying. And then when you say, when you say, "Sincere, you lied to me," he goes, "I did?" That's how much he lies.
Yeah.
Is his name even Sincere? What the fuck? Like, that's how much he lies.
Yeah, is it like Sincerius the Third or something? Like, is it short for something? I don't know. I just don't understand it. And that's, again, we'll get to Casey or whatever you call him. Kuman, I believe.
Kuman is his name. His real name is Kuman Chandler. So let's get to Kuman, okay? So
come on. Let's
get to no. Because I've heard you and Double A talk about, "Oh, Casey, is this Casey?" No. We're gonna talk about this.
I'm glad you at least called him Casey. All right, go ahead.
We're gonna talk about Casey. I knew it was gonna be bad. I knew it was gonna be bad because, again, I'm not even gonna lie. I gave them suggestion of what to put in there.
Yeah.
I gave it to them in the Instagram comments, and a bunch of people liked my Instagram comment, and I sent it in a message. So yes, I'm happy that we got to see what we saw. It hit a little bit different because I think Casey really wanted Anaya just to be like still wanting him. And Anaya showed him this episode. She don't want no parts of him. She literally has moved on to Carl. Her and Carl was kissing and say less. He talking about him and his non-existent walls is talking about how his heart is full and he got butterflies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In that moment, we were watching that compilation of clips, and Anaya goes, "This is why I called you a coward." I said, "Thank you, thank you." And then him trying to be like, "Well, I'm sorry," and her being like, "Whatever." I was so happy that she's just like over him.
But
Well-
I have a problem with Anaya.
Well, what did she do that was wrong? Please tell me. Please enlighten me what she did that was wrong. Because she did nothing wrong for me.
She's playing the game too. She's playing the game too.
You're telling me, okay? So so this is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the contrast that I don't think a lot of people are getting, and I'm gonna tell this to Double A. The contrast between Anaya and Casey was very clear. It is what Casey's clip showed was a clear disrespect of Anaya. That he was using her to stay in the villa. That he was literally mad at her because she didn't pick him night one, and he wanted to fuck, and she didn't want to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Anaya, who was mad at Casey, who said, "You know what? I'm a explore something if something is there." She meets Carl, she explores Carl, but she never puts down Casey. She never talks bad about him. She never says, "Oh, I like Carl more than Casey." She never does any of that. But KC did the complete opposite. He said TT better than Anaya. Anaya, nothing. We don't have nothing in common. He constantly disrespected her versus Anaya, who never disrespected him. She just pursued someone who wanted to pursue her, and even then, she still picked KC.
I get it, but she's playing the game, and again, I'm not saying all the faults on Anaya because Casey looks worse out of the two, but Anaya. She's doing stuff too, Autumn, is all I'm saying, because you've talked about it. I've learned from you, because you're a Love Island expert, that some of the girls haven't explored Casa Amor before. They kind of like stayed kind of chill. And if Anaya really felt, even though she was frustrated with KC, that she wanted to rock with them, I would have rather seen her not explore Casa Amor. I'm going to be so honest. I would rather see her chill.
This is the thing about Casa Amor. And this is the thing about why she even explored. Because KC, she saw the live feed during the heart rate challenge. If she didn't see the live feed during the heart rate challenge, she wouldn't have done none of that. She wouldn't have been interested in Carl. Them girls would not have explored a thing, which is not what Love Island is. You have to at least explore. So look, we saw it with Trinity. She tried to explore with Corey. It didn't work out. She went back to Bryce. We saw it with Kata. She tried to explore Che. Didn't work out. She went back to Zach. Melanie, she tried twice. It didn't work out. So it's not the name of the game of exploring, it's how you go about it. And that's the problem with KC. Nobody is mad that he explored. That's the name of the game. You're on Love Island. You're not in love until you're in love.
Right.
He just went about it in the most disrespectful way possible.
But is that on him? Is that on him?
Yes, that is on him.
But is that on him or is that on TT? Because, again, let's not forget TT. She's become a major player in this game very quickly. And TT, she's the alpha. She is literally, Casey is basically her,
Casey is her son. That's her child. That's her baby.
Like, I've seen
This is the thing about TT where it also makes me mad, because TT will talk to the boys and be like, "But y'all are telling me one thing and telling her another thing," and I'm like, "Yes, girl, finally." And then she's mad that the girls are constantly getting on him, and I'm like, "Girl, what are you doing?" I'm like, "You still don't get it," and I'm like, "She still didn't understand." And this is my problem with everybody that's been like, Anaya is the problem. I'm like, no, it's not it's not the fact that they both explored. It's Love Island. Everybody's going to explore. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that he constantly disrespected her. He called her a grandma. He said that she was a high school girl. He talked about her like she was a dog.
It was disrespectful, but
she never talked about him like that.
I get it, but Autumn, again, I watched tonight, so that's why I'm like passionate. I'm jumping in here because I just think it's not KC this time. Again, hear me out. It's not. It's not.
I'm gonna just say this. TT is terrible. I want her out the villa too. I want them all out. In fact, we haven't even gotten to Kenzie. Before we go to the break, let me get to Kenzie real quick because I'm going to whack her too. Yeah. Girl, he literally is crying in your face and you said, well, I didn't know he felt that way. What? What are you talking about? And then you're mad at Jen because she called you out and she said, honestly, if we weren't in Love Island, me and you would not be friends. And she's like, what do you mean we wouldn't be friends? If my friend moved the way that Kenzie moved, we would not be friends either. You are not going to sit in my face and make out with a guy that I like and then turn around and say, well, I didn't really like him. I just tested it to see if we had chemistry.
Yeah, it was foul. There's a lot of foul play.
Like, when I say Kenzie is just as bad as the boys, but she stands on it. That's the difference.
Right.
The boys don't stand on it.
But that's what I disagree. I completely disagree. Because KC does stand on it. He just doesn't have to speak on it at this point anymore because TT speaks for him. So he doesn't have to.
Like I said, that's her son. That is her son.
But that's actually a blessing in disguise for KC because he's getting a little bit of the heat off week by week, a little bit, because TT's stepping up. She's speaking out towards the girls. She's saying, like, you guys, in the video clip, you know, she literally says, she goes, hey, like, you guys have this, like, double standard, basically, like, of how things are going. And I think she has a point. I do. And I think TT and KC, them being so open with it at this point, like, now that movie nights, you know, we're rocking into it. We have it tonight.
This by the way, Eli, this is the first time I've ever watched Love Island, and it's been a 2-part movie night. Movie night is usually one night.
Okay.
Do you know how much we haven't seen for them to be like, this needs to be a 2-part episode, and next episode not only is a second parter, we won't even get a dumping.
Right. They're gonna let us do for a little bit, but I just feel, I know we gotta go to break here in a minute. I just feel like because Casey has sat there and taken the heat, but he's known how to maneuver, and now TT with him. I think we've talked about it here where like a male audience now is starting to watch Love Island more and more. I feel like the male audience rocks with TT heavy. We've seen Tyrese Halliburton tweet it out, you know, Indiana Pacers guard. We've seen other people tweet it out. I think the alliance, the coupling of TT and KC is a dangerous alliance for the toxic people and the people that like reality shows for what sometimes they bring, which is the drama. And that's why I think they're a home run to get the finale. I just feel it. Feel it.
They will, after tonight, I'm going to just tell you right now. Like I said, after tonight, it's a Islanders dumping, right? So the Islanders choose. There is no way in hell that these two are going to touch in the final. Because even if they get even if they somehow, some way get past the Islanders dumping, then it's America's turn. TT and KC will not be seeing.
I disagree. I so disagree. I think they're getting rid of.
I'm gonna just tell you right now. I will illegally vote on Love Island's apps as many times as I possibly can, so he don't touch that damn money. When we come back from
go ahead.
When we come back from the break, we're gonna talk about our predictions for next episode of movie night because again, a 2-part movie night is crazy. And then we're gonna share our dating horror stories because I have a lot, and I know you have a lot, and like I'm excited to talk about it because this is my favorite part to talk about is how terrible the dating world is in 2026. But you guys are watching us spiral here on the Daily Spiral on InsideEdge Network.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. There were 15 flavors to choose from you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
It's almost 200 of you in here, which is crazy. Woo. I'm gonna just say this. This has been the craziest week. 2 weeks, okay? Double A, I'm gonna get to you. I already told you. You somehow, some way getting back on the KC bandwagon is crazy. But I'll get to you later, all right?
Yeah. He is chiming in, just so everybody knows. He is chiming in.
I'll get to you later. There's no way in hell you watch this episode and you're on KC and the damn PT.
I am
side.
too,
what the hell is wrong with y'all?
What
the hell is wrong with the two of you? And like I told y'all before, there is no way in hell you should be on either of their sides. So once again, I've never seen this happen. This is the first in Love Island history. I knew they were going to end it on a cliffhanger. I thought the cliffhanger was going to be one of the girls crying. The next episode is going to be the fallout, and everybody's going to be emotional, and Ariana's going to come in on Thursday, and we're going to have a challenge, and that's going to be a dumping, right? Mm-hmm. Nope. I realized as I was watching it, as I was looking at my little bar where it was getting close to the end, I was like, we haven't seen Kenzie yet. I'm like, we haven't seen Corbin yet. Well, we're going to see it next episode. So next episode is going to be the Kenzie files. We're going to see her kiss with Corbin in secret while she was with Caleb. And we're going to see Dylan kind of confront her a little bit because, again, y'all, Dylan cried tonight. That was something. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this, y'all. I kind of got the ick a little bit. I was like, ugh. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. That's not a great look. I was like, ugh. But Gall also is just disrespectful. Like, I just want him gone. And the ladies that run his coffee shop have been literally roasting him online all day. Yeah. They're literally giving away free coffee to any woman named Jen.
Oh.
Yeah. And they have made it very clear that coffee shop is run and managed by women. He just owns it. But
yeah.
What is your prediction for movie night part 2? Do you think we will get a fallout of what happened after movie night, or do you think it'll just be a full movie night episode and no dumping?
No, I think they got to dump somebody after movie night. I think they got to get rid of somebody. And I think this is the end of the road for Sincere. I do. I think Sincere's gone. That's why I think Casey and TT are cool. I think they're going to get rid of Sincere. I think they're just tired of him lying and then lying about his lies and then getting confused about what lie he told this time or that time and bouncing around. I just think the gig's up. The gig's up for Sincere. I think he's in trouble. And I think that's why he and Zach are the next two to go. I truly do. I think Sincere will be the Islander vote, and then America's vote's going to be Zach. Because Zach's been tied to already somebody that's not good early on, and now the way it's been exposed to him, and now see the reaction, I think those are the next two to go. I think that's what I predict.
My prediction will be, of course, we're going to see all of the Kenzie, Caleb, Corbin of it all. We're going to see Corbin and his GPT ass talk about the girls and that whole comment about them being high school girls and the Casa girls. They're going to get on his ass. And then, of course, we know that the Sincere tapes are part 2. The fact that he lies so much that he has 2 different compilations is ridiculous.
Right.
But I think we're going to see that. We know Melanie yells at him. I do not think Melanie will self-dump. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think the producers don't want that to happen, y'all. I'm going to tell you like this. They've had that happen one time before. After they did that, I stopped watching. They learned that after Islanders do that, you cannot do that. Yep. I do think Sincere will be the next person to go home. Zach, I want to personally vote him out. That's what I want to do. I want to personally vote him out. I don't think he's going to be the next one. I think it may be Corbin. Because, so this next dumping has to be 5 Islanders, right? Okay. So I think it'll be Sincere. I think it'll be Amora, because Amora really is kind of there for the plot. She's not really there because of anything. She's kind of there because you needed somebody to tell him Sincere. I think it will be Gall, because he's nothing burger. I think it'll probably be either Jen or Jaden. And then so this is the thing. This is the other thing. I forgot to mention this. I don't think TT will be a Islander dumping. I think she will be a producer taking her out of the competition dumping.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I did see there was a report going on. She might be in some trouble with the law potentially.
So this is the one. Okay, so there are 2 big things on reality TV. Well, there are 3 big things on reality TV you cannot have in your background. You can't have a felony. You can't be racist, and you can't be an assaulter. Right? Those are the 3 things. Especially a sexual assaulter. You cannot do one of those 3 things. Right? Because she has a restraining order, and the restraining order says gun, that she threatened someone with a gun, that's probably a felony. And I know people are going to say, well, she was 17. It's still a felony.
Well, TT don't play that shit. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Autumn.
And look, I'm going to just tell you right now, almost every single reality TV show has a thing about restraining orders and felonies. You cannot have a restraining order and a felony, because if anything happens either on the show or you're associated with the show can get sued. They can get sued by the contestants, and they don't want to do that. So why do you think they keep removing all the racist people? They're removing all the racist people because not only is a violation of their rules, it puts the other contestants in danger.
It just seems like, while we're on this topic, the vetting for this show sometimes seems so terrible.
Oh my God. It's so off. This season last season was bad. I don't understand the vetting this season. Like, I thought we got to a point this season when we were like, look at the cast last season. You got to do better. And I'm not saying that they didn't do better. I think they did do better. I just think they're not actually going forward. Because, by the way, it's not Peacock that's not vetting people. It's ITV America that's not vetting people.
Right.
Peacock is the distributor. ITV America is the ones that actually produced the show. They just gave the rights to Peacock. Peacock just owns the rights.
Yeah, maybe instead of 85 questions, they should maybe limit that a little bit and do some more research on the things that could stem and pop up a week or 2 into the show and kind of alter the course. Yeah. Because I'm going to be frustrated. I'm going to be honest. If TT gets yanked, I understand.
She probably will get yanked.
But that's annoying, because then that really leaves KC stranded. Then KC and the island.
Then he can go get the hell out. That's my look. I kind of want TT to leave, but I think look, you have to think about this. They are 2 days ahead of us, right? In terms of shooting. Like today is probably their day off, and then they shoot the next episode tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they shoot the next episode tomorrow, and then Friday's their day off. But you got to think about this. What it was our Wednesday is their Friday. Okay? When they re-yank somebody from Love Island, they just have to let all the episodes air, and then they'll yank them.
Right.
So my thing is, if they yank TT because, and it's not even just like a little reporting, it's been on People Magazine, it's been on TMZ, it's been on E! News. That is three big publications in America. If Love Island producers, if they get word of it that the audience is like, we want her out, which a lot of people do, they're going to yank her, and they're just going to say, hey, she had to leave for personal reasons, or she just was removed from the villa.
Yeah, which in the day and age of social media, come on, Love Island producers, we know what it was. We know.
It's just like I just want them to do better, because you can't have somebody with a felony on your TV show.
Right. And TT's already becoming a fan favorite again with the male audience. Maybe not the female audience.
That says a lot that she's popular with men. That's not a good thing.
What's it say?
That's not a good thing in my book. To me, I would never want a man to like me. No. Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm not saying me personally, but I can appreciate what she brings to the show. I can appreciate that she's like somebody that is the aggressor, the alternative to what we've been seeing with the core four and the women. Like, she's kind of exposing them a little bit too, because they do play a shiesty game too. They do.
Them girls, look, I'm a stick with the core four. That's my girls. I love they speak life into each other. I love the fact that TT tried to say, well, y'all was going to jump on him regardless, and they looked at her and said, I wouldn't take back nothing for anything.
Autumn,
but
Kobe Altman loved the core four too.
Them is my girls. I love me some core four. Stand on it. Stand in it. Also, funniest moment of the night is Bryce trying to defend himself when Anaya called him out, and Trinity telling him to shut the hell up, and he did not speak the rest of the time.
He didn't. He did not.
He did not speak the rest of the time.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. You know, you keep talking about the core four. Kobe Altman, remember, he loved the core four too. You remember Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, and he eventually had to break up the core four too. So,
well, that's because Darius Garland couldn't stay healthy. If he could have stayed healthy, we would have been fine. But he couldn't stay healthy, and he wasn't consistent.
And there's flaws to this core four. There's
no flaws. They're all perfect.
Autumn, come on.
They're all perfect.
Come on.
I love them so much. I love you, girls. I too love terrorizing men. Keep doing what you're doing, girls. Absolutely. I hope to be you when I grow up. I also love to Look, Eli, you got to understand here. My dating life is so trash that I am now in the phase of, yes, I will absolutely be your worst nightmare. You want to bet? I'll do it.
I don't want to bet. No. Nobody bet Autumn. She's serious.
Speaking of trash dating lives, Eli, I told you last night, we got to bring two bad dating stories. One that's so ridiculous that you're like, I can't believe this actually happened. And one that's like, oh, this is kind of tame.
Yeah.
Would you like to do the honors of going first?
Yeah, I guess, man, is this tame or not? I don't know. I'll just start telling it. All right, so this isn't necessarily this is like in the weeds. Like, I'm already in a relationship. I've been dating this chick, this is my ex, for a year and a half, roughly, at this time. I was living downtown, was down working at a mortgage company that'll remain unnamed, but I was down there working there, and I was working these like 14, 16-hour days. And I was like, man, it's my birthday, and I worked from 7:30 in the morning, Autumn, to about 8:30 at night, maybe 9. And my girlfriend at the time texted me, and she's like, happy birthday. I have such a great surprise for you. I am so excited to see you. I'm like, okay. Like, now, mind you, disclaimer. My girlfriend, or my ex, now, thank God, but my girlfriend at the time did not cook, which at the time I was, about 20, a young 20s. We were in a young 20s love. And, I put up with it. Her palate consisted of chicken tenders, pizza, and mozzarella sticks. When I tell you we ate out, we had pizza 18 times out of the month because she wouldn't eat anything else. I promise you. That's not the crazy part. So the crazy part is she tells me, I have the greatest surprise for you for dinner. I can't wait. Now, mind you, again, she doesn't cook. There was another time where my mom had to get on the phone with her and try to teach her how to make a steak. And she wore rubber gloves like a nurse would to marinate the steak because she didn't like the texture. So I come home, I ride my scooter from downtown into, to my apartment.
Okay.
I'm up the stairs. I'm ready. She's like, surprise! And it's a bowl of ramen. That was my dinner for my birthday. A bowl of ramen. Sat there, was probably cooked for like 30, 40 minutes at that point. It was nice and cold. Very sobering. That's one of many instances, I would say. I mean, this is the same chick that ran into a scooter, or took a scooter. You know those big planters like downtown, like she dented it. She literally dented it, ran into it, and said her hair got in her face and she didn't know where to go. I was like, Doug, are you serious? So yeah, I thank God I'm out of that relationship. About 4 years now, and yeah, that is part of my like trauma of the dating game. Is like, I've been there, done that. This is the same chick that lied to me about being pregnant. So would you like to follow that one up?
Yeah, I got something way worse. Way worse. On my birthday 2 years ago, I found out that the guy I lost my virginity to was a rapist.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna drop off the screen. You win. Holy
I'm so
shit.
sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how this happened. I could not. I don't understand how. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how I found out. Okay, so I was being nosy, right? So if you don't know, on Facebook there are these pages called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" And it'll be like, "Are we dating the same guy?" It'll be Cleveland, Akron, Columbus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So a friend of mine had a boyfriend who was terrible. I knew who this boyfriend was because this boyfriend dated someone that I went to school with, that I was in class with every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I want to know just how terrible he is because I'm nosy. So I go looking, right? And I'm like looking up his name. It's not coming up, and eventually it does. And I'm like, oh, okay, so he's trash, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, mind you, this is 2 days before my birthday. My birthday is February 12th. This is February 10th, right?
Okay.
I had a day off of work. I'm just in my bed. I was like, you know what? I said, I found this guy because I don't know if you guys, okay, I'm going to just let you guys know. I'm the FBI friend. I can find anything about anyone. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, I should just look up every single guy I've ever dated to see if they are on these Are We Dating Same Guy pages.
Okay.
Safe to say I got my feelings hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many guys that I was like, oh, I haven't seen him in a long time. Oh, he's married. Oh, he's trash. Oh, he was dating a girl while I was dating him. Then I decided to look up the guy that for an entire summer I had an on and off relationship with, not even a relationship, kind of a weird situationship with. Like I said, I lost my virginity to him. It was a whole thing. So I look him up. It was the second post.
Oh my goodness.
And I said, oh, okay. I'm like, I'm not surprised, Eli. When I tell you, I'm like scrolling through the comments. I'm like, they're like, yeah, he's just a little weird. He's kind of aggressive. And I'm like, okay, this sounds like him. Like he was kind of weird. Like look again, when I was dating him, he was weird, but he wasn't that weird.
Mm-hmm.
So then I get to this one comment, and this girl was like, you need to be careful of him.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what?
No.
And she was like, you need to, and she told everybody, and I knew this fact. He didn't go by his first name. He went by his middle name because him and his dad had the same first name. So he went by his second name.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, you need to go online and look him up and look up in the county clerks and see what and I'm like, because he has charges of aggravated assault, aggravated sexual assault. And I'm like, what?
Oh no.
Eli, why did I go to the Cuyahoga County court records, look up this man's name? Right there in bold letters was arrest for aggravated sexual assault. He pleaded no contest, and he got this is where I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. This is awful. He got counseling.
That's great. That's crazy. Okay, dang, I should have known.
No. It gets worse. It gets worse. I'm gonna tell you how it gets worse. And this is not even like, again, I'm telling y'all, this is not even the worst dating story. This is not even the worst.
Real quick, I should have I should have known yesterday when I challenged you to a story off that I was screwed. Like I'm coming in here.
This is the most tame one. I'm telling you, because the one I'll tell after this is even stupider. Okay. So I started looking at the dates. I'm like, this is interesting. I was like, I remember when I was talking to him, there was this one night where his phone just didn't move for an entire day. It was in this one space in this one city, the city that it said he was arrested in. I put 2 and 2 together because then he came on Snapchat. He was fully fresh shaved, taking a picture. I said, he got arrested. He sat in jail for an entire day. He came on Snapchat and took a picture of himself like nothing had happened.
That's diabolical. Like legit diabolical. Like
since I found this information out, he's been sued by several people because he's a fraudulent businessman. I found out he was racist, and I found out he has a fetish for older women.
Okay, you already top that's a lot.
Again, y'all, that's not even the worst one.
See, mine are like more so like, haha, Eli. Like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, my ex was crazy as hell. I got way more stories.
Well, somebody pretending to be pregnant is a little nuts.
Insane. And mind you, I just got back off tour from Texas. I just opened up for Paul Wall, came back in the door from the airport. Like, I didn't come back in the door from the airport. Bob Moon brought me back to the casa. And I thought it'd be Casa Amor, and she surprised me with 2 pregnancy tests. I called my sister about like a few weeks later, and she's like, Eli, no, I just had your nephew a year ago. Those aren't real. And when I called her out on it, she kicked me out of the house. Oh, I have to tell Autumn, don't worry, I'm on next Tuesday because we're off Friday. We might have to revisit more stories, but I have one more.
No. I want to tease the worst. You know what? I'm going to tell the worst story because it's really fast.
Yes.
Because my worst story is the time that a guy, I can't believe I'm about to expose myself like this. At one point my dating life has been so bad that I got profiled on the news for it.
Stop, Autumn. Stop. Autumn.
I will send you guys the segment of the news story that I was featured in because my dating life was so bad.
So maybe we save that one for next Tuesday. I think that maybe is our Tuesday thing.
Yes, but I'm gonna tease it.
Yeah.
The story, I told multiple stories. But 2 of the ones they went through was the guy who tried to take me camping on our first date. And then the guy who asked me for gas money, who was in a throuple.
Okay, come on. Autumn, you're living a movie. You're living a movie. I mean, it may not a good movie. You're living a movie. I mean, mine are like so like I feel like innocent now at this point. It's like so like one I have for you is like I was a late bloomer, in terms of like losing the V card.
So was I. All of this is, by the way, all of this has happened within the last 7 years. No, yeah. I'm lying. 8 years.
Okay. Yeah, I was a late bloomer, and so I was talking to this chick, met her on Tinder, because why not? And I met her on Tinder. We started talking, chopping it up. And I was working, around the area at the time. Now, obviously, anybody who knows me, pretty much, I don't have the wheels right now. So I had the Uber to her house. She goes, yeah, you can get Uber over here. Come on through. But I'm working still. So you're going to have to chill, like, while, and then we can talk. So I'll explain. So Uber to her house. I was like, hey, I'm here. She lets me in. She has her headset on. She's a call center representative for, like, some insurance company. And she's talking to me in between calls. She's like, just talking and whatever. And we're watching, I cannot remember, that show with Portland, and I cannot think of the damn name.
Portlandia?
Yes. We're watching, which I wasn't a fan of. But we're watching Portlandia, and I'm sitting there, I'm like on her bed, like chilling. She's sitting in her desk, like area right next to me talking, and then she'd be like, oh, hello, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then go back, and I'm like, okay. And so I'm watching Portlandia, I'm chilling. I have to be silent during her calls. Like I'm just sitting there like scrolling on my phone. And all of a sudden, she gets, well, not all of a sudden, she got done, her shift was over, and we're like talking, whatever. It starts ramping up, and then she's like, how many girls have you slept with? And I'm like, well, this would be my first. And she goes, I cannot do that. I cannot be the one that, like checks off your V card and you're in the game. Like I can't not do that. You're very solid, and I just feel like I am not the person to do that. I feel like I would actually mess your head up. And I'm like naive at the time. I'm like, but it'd be so much fun. I came over and we watched Portlandia. I sat here quiet during your calls. Like, come on. And
she immediately said, absolutely not. She said, absolutely not.
She said, yeah, no, but she's like, but, we can kick it here and watch some more TV and, chill. And I was like, sure, I guess so. I sat there for another 20, 30 minutes, called my Uber and went back home. And that was rough. That was a rough one. I hate Portlandia, maybe for that reason. Maybe I'm not a fan of call center agencies anymore either because of that reason. I'm just not a fan of certain things because of moments like that. I Ubered there and back. It was like $30, $40 in Ubers.
It's okay, Eli. My mom used to drop me off at dates. So you're nothing.
Oh, Autumn, I got you beat. Listen, God rest my aunt's soul. I miss her so much. I used to stay at her house, and we're going to bring Double A here in a minute because it's midnight runtime officially. But listen, Double A, I see you down there. But listen,
He's traumatized by me. I'm sorry.
My aunt, so I was at my aunt's house, when I would kick it out there, and I was texting this one chick, and I'm like, hey, come on over, come scoop me, come scoop me, and I would always throw, gas money, whatever, buy lunch, whatever, just come grab me, I need the wheels. So she comes, and she's like, all right, I'll be there. Autumn, I passed out. I fell asleep. My aunt, God, I miss her so much. She goes, Eli, she was like a second mom, and she goes, Eli, this sweet girl's out there and she's waiting for you. She said, are you still coming out? And when I tell you I had to get ready within 2-3 minutes, throw some smell goods on, make sure the hair was right. I walked out there. I still got after the date. But the fact that she had a full-fledged conversation with my aunt is meeting everybody while I'm passed out, slumped. There's a lot more I have. Those are just two of my favorite. Like I said, mine are hee hee, that was a funny time, a little traumatizing, but not too bad. Yours are tonight on the 11 news. That's your stuff.
It's okay. I'll leave you with a funny one. I promise.
Okay.
I'll leave you with
Double
a funny
A looks
one.
so traumatized out there.
I'll leave you with a funny one. I once dated, and dated is very relative, a guy, and I woke up with a shiner one day and I was like, what happened? I was
Holy
like, what?
shit.
What's going on? I forgot that I was in his bed and he elbowed me by accident and I had to tell everybody. I was like, I just ran into stuff because I didn't want anybody to know I was dating him because he was much older than me. And I had a shiner for about a 2-week period. It was very, look, I told y'all.
I got so many good ones that are coming to mind now too. The time when I was texting a chick, we were linking up, for a couple months, a situationship, and then she went on vacation and didn't bring her phone with her on vacation, so she would text me when she got back. Let's say things were a little awkward when she got back.
No, look, honestly, I told you, look, when I hit not puberty, when I went to college, my last few years, I did some crazy stuff. I once dated a guy who was dating my friend's roommate to get back at my, okay, look, I dated a guy whose friend was dating my roommate, and I dated him on purpose to get back at his roommate for my friend.
I can respect that, Autumn. I can't even be mad.
And then I started liking him, and it got real weird.
Yeah, that's the part where we didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, and then all my friends, because one night he was sick and he came over and stayed over, and then all my friends were like, "Girl, that's your boyfriend," and I'm like, "He's not my boyfriend." Then he just came and stayed over your apartment and didn't do anything, and you guys just fell asleep together. I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Girl, that's your boyfriend."
So I understand your trauma. My trauma is more so I just don't trust women, unfortunately. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of
I don't trust men either. Look, I told you, Eli,
sure.
the first one I told tonight, that's just scratching the surface. That's not even.
Let's make this our Tuesday thing.
Because Double A knows one of the stories. He knows one of the stories.
Okay.
A story that I hinted at last night, but I was told I could never tell on air. Wait, bring him in here.
Sure can.
Bring him in here. I was told I could never tell that story on air.
No, please
and
don't.
It would be
Please.
such a good story, Double A.
No, don't, no.
Autumn, as much
This
as
is
I
like
love-
the craziest lead-in I've ever had. I just want to point that out. I have no clue how to follow this up at all.
I'm so sorry for trauma dumping on you, Eli. I'm so sorry.
No, Autumn, honestly, I think this made our friendship a lot stronger because I think we can now I can be like, Autumn, is this like a bad vibe from like, this chick I'm like talking to for like a week or two? Like, is this a bad vibe? Should I even continue?
And I would tell you no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just
look,
Double A, the day you give me permission to tell that story, I'm telling it. All my friends know this story. I'm only
aware.
recently learned this story.
I'm well aware.
And Eli,
no.
Oh my God, Eli! The day I get to tell you this story is going to be amazing.
Okay.
It is one of the most famous stories amongst my friend group that I have told.
Oh no!
It is when I say it is stuff of legend. It is stuff of legend. It is so legendary that every time I see certain people, they ask me about the person involved in the story.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, Double A. I love the Daily Spiral. I love it.
You love this show?
Also, Double A. I'm gonna tell you something very interesting. Eli, you won't get it until later when I tell you the story. Okay. He still looks at my Snapchats.
That's good. That's good. People want to know what's going on.
He still looks at my Snapchats and he still messages me.
What's happening? People want to know.
Yeah, what's happening? What's happening is crazy.
You and I both know. The fact that he's still messaging me and still looking at my Snapchats is incredibly inappropriate.
I think it's time to switch. Autumn, would you like to say goodbye to your Daily Spiral? I know you're staying on, but officially you're going to enter the midnight run studios.
Yes.
I mean, I thought my car breaking down on homecoming night, and I had my date and then her friends in the car, and we couldn't go to the movies because it got broke down on 480. I thought that was bad. Maybe it is.
Have you ever
That's
tried
nothing.
Have you ever tried to match your prom date's color and they gave you the wrong color, but they had a separate date and they had the right color on and you rode backseat to your own prom? Hold on, that's next week. I'll tell you.
Oh my God, I can't believe I have to send you guys this news story. Oh my God, why do I keep doing this to myself? They literally make fun of me for it after work. Oh my God, why do I keep doing this to myself? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just send it to you guys right now. It is a full news article and profile that was done on my dating life. Okay, but let's make the transition over. Thank you guys for watching the Daily Spiral. Tomorrow, we will be on with Chad. Chad will be my host. I will talk to Chad about movie night.
I don't think he'll have that many crazy stories.
Chad, if you're watching this, man, I'm so sorry that you have had to hear so many traumatic things about my dating life.
Chad's like, wait, this is the guy I do Primetime with every night? Look, dude, that's why I'm so traumatically scarred. Like, this is why I don't date anymore.
You will not be allowed to do that show ever again.
When people ask me, why are you single? I'm going to just start showing them the damn news article. I'm going to just really start showing them the profile.
Dude, Autumn, I'm not going to lie. This was a lot of fun tonight. I was ready for Love Island. I felt really good about that. And I just will never compare stories again. I'll start next time. Maybe I give like 2 stories that I have and then because there's no following it up.
Eli, I don't think you stand a chance.
No, mine are like innocent. I mean, there's a few like the line about being pregnant, like really scarred me for a while.
Oh yeah, I knew
me.
about that beforehand. Yeah,
that scarred me. But
no, when
you can't mess around with that.
Oh my God, I found the news article.
Okay. Hey, we're all in a group chat together. You can go ahead and
I'm sending it now.
Go ahead and switch to studios.
Yeah.
You know what I want to find when I see you open that, we see to open that news article? I want to open the window and see nothing.
Fortunately,
I want to be like KC on day 2. I want to see nothing.
Double A, this is team bonding. This is team bonding right here.
I get it.
Trauma bonding.
So Double A, by the way, asked me to be on for this first segment. I just want to understand, what do you have the problem with my girls? I told you, if you listen to the Daily Spiral, you would know I don't like men, and I will take up for women. I am all for women terrorizing men.
No, don't come at me like that. I have no problem with women sticking up for, like, I have no problem. Like, Sincere, I'm glad Sincere got the treatment he got, and he got more coming on Thursday. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with Zach. I have no problem with most of those guys. And for the most part, yeah,
You
Casey
have no
was
problem
dirty.
with Zach. Zach is a nightmare.
Yeah,
No,
I disagree. I disagree there, buddy. Zach is literally that sly person that's like, I didn't do nothing, and how could I have known that this or this? I mean, he is literally the sly fox, and it's time his game's come to an end.
Yeah, well, but here's my problem. I think you guys, there's a double standard. There's some flaws with this core four. There's some flaws.
I agree with that.
There's first off, what was Casey's issue in the first place? There wasn't enough intimacy.
Okay.
In
So
the relate, hold up.
Hold up.
See, there wasn't enough intimacy. So then the moment she gets with Carl, within the first couple of days, she's on top of him.
Yeah.
And Casey can't defend himself.
That's not the problem, Double A. It's
That
the
was
way.
that was his problem.
It's not the intimacy wasn't the problem. First of all, her body was literally her mind, everything was literally telling her, do not get comfortable with this man.
Then why
have you ever been there? No, for
why
real.
is she fighting over him then?
Have you? Because he has literally. This is the thing. Okay, let's talk about this. Have you ever been with somebody for so long, but your body is literally telling you something ain't right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's essentially what's happening. She got so comfortable on the emotional side of it that she was like, you know what? I could take what he's giving me. But her body was literally like, girl, do not do anything with this man, right?
But that was after a few years. We're talking about a few days.
Right.
Y'all think,
in a
look,
couple of weeks.
Love Island, you think look, Double A, the 3 weeks that they've been in there, now 4 weeks, feel like 4 years to them because they don't have no phones. They can't talk to their family. They can't watch no TV. They can't go on Instagram. They can't go on TikTok. It's just them. So they're talking to each other constantly. They're in each other's face constantly. It's to the point where, yeah, they all live together. They're literally living in a shared bedroom.
No, I get well, yeah, and it's very disturbing. Again, I would never be on that show. I snore like crazy. There's a reason why we have a high turnover here at the studio. So I snore a lot. Just want to make that clear. But listen, I get that with KC and being angry then, but it's like, to me, anytime KC has said, hey, maybe I might look into exploring a little bit, Anaya never let him finish a conversation. He never let him finish a thought. Watch the tape. It never happened.
That's not true, because when this is the thing, the other thing is that even when she was, look, she said it she literally said it in the fire pit blow up that they had. She literally said, every time I even had those thoughts, he would come in, he would reassure me that that's not what was happening. We were exploring, but that's not what's happening. He wanted to have his cake and eat it too. That's my crux. That's my problem with him. He wanted to have his cake with TT, and he wanted to have Anaya on the side, and he's mad that he can't have her on the side and that she moved on. Then boys talk about, oh, it's a double standard. It's a double standard. It really wasn't a double standard. Anaya never disrespected him. She never said, fuck
no,
KC.
But she didn't choose
They
him.
were both disrespectful to each other, though.
No, they weren't. This Love Island. Unless you have the talk that you are closed off, you're not being disrespectful. You're playing the game. You're doing Love Island. They never had the closed off talk. They left each other in this weird.
But that was Casey's
place.
get back. Like the TT thing was Casey's get back for them not being behind the door again. I'm telling you.
I'm sick of this damn door.
I'm telling you.
I have to hear about
you
this
now
damn
remember
door.
this moment. Look at this moment. Like there's the moment.
You're not going to allow Autumn. You're not going to allow Casey to finish his story.
Yeah.
No,
that's what you're telling me.
No.
Adrenaline is in his soul right now, Autumn. Okay?
Every time I see that clip, it gets funnier because they all really were looking at him like, damn, nobody really did pick you, huh? Like, shit.
I mean, my question, Anaya kept saying, you're playing it safe. I've been noticing this the last few days. Casey kept playing it safe. What does that mean? So if he's playing it safe,
when they say he's playing it safe, as in like he had more than enough opportunity to pursue Soul. We know he wanted to pursue Soul. He told Soul when she left, if you would have stayed tomorrow, I would have pursued you. It's the problem is that he made it seem like Anaya was just preventing him from constantly pursuing people when she literally said, if you want to explore, go explore. Hell, she literally has proven over the last couple episodes it's not about that he was with TT. It's the way he went about it when he came back of like, nobody picked me, nobody wanted me, and that damn door, and they literally said we didn't know you. It's the way he's moving afterwards that's like disrespectful. Even in that conversation yesterday,
I disagree.
Him pulling for her for a chat and then saying, you go first, sir, you pull me for the chat. It's about you at this point. It's your closure.
Yeah, but Autumn, listen, like here's the thing. I think the girls, and thank goodness the producer probably gonna yank TT off because that's the girl's worst nightmare. But that's the girl's worst nightmare. TT is literally
Eli's right. Yep.
She is striking fear into those girls. Way to
say, look, no, hell no. The way that she was like, and if he still would have brought me back and she would have picked Carl, y'all would have had a problem. And them girls looked at her and said, nah, we still would have got on his ass. But it's the approach. It's not the fact that he did it. Nobody cares that he did it. It's Love Island.
Apparently they do. Like, they're still talking about this thing later. They do care.
It's the grandma comment. It's the comment talking about
they know
she
about
never did that with me
all this time.
Is this? Well, the Casa girls is this. It's the disrespect. That's where I'm like frustrated with you two. It's not that he brought somebody back. I could care less. I actually thought Anaya should have been done with him a couple weeks ago, but it's the fact that he has done it so disrespectfully. And even tonight, she was like, this is why I called you a coward, because you're disrespectful. He's disrespectful. Like, he's disrespectful. Now,
he's not double A.
No. We got to move on because we got to talk about Sincere. Hold
on. Let me get one last thought. I agree KC has been moving in a disrespectful fashion.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I do believe also that in some way, shape, or form, there's equal energy both ways.
Yes, correct.
She's not being disrespectful. She literally
the core four
jumping
all over.
I love
Casey,
you guys.
Keep terrorizing men.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like he's felt disrespected himself a little bit with like the constant comments towards him. They're all, like I said on the Daily Spiral here in the last hour. They're constantly jumping on him. It's never anybody else. But always him. So at some point he's like feeling cornered, feeling attacked.
They about to jump on Sincere, but they also not jumping on Sincere because they know Melanie got that. They still don't know the extent of the shit that Zach has been talking about them.
Yeah.
They also jumped on Corbin. Corbin, he been getting his lashings too since Friday. Corbin been getting his lashings since Friday for a while. But they still don't know the extent of what Zach has done. They only know the Kata part of what he's done. They don't know the interfering in their relationships. Trinity they're definitely going to talk about how he tried to break her and Bryce up. 100%.
We're going to talk about Kenzie on Thursday because the clip I voted for made movie night, and they're going to play it on Thursday.
Let's go, Double A. Good job.
I saw it. I'm like,
oh. I hope they also show her talking shit about Melanie.
Oh yeah. If you noticed with Kenzie, so anytime like the core four, we was just having a discussion about the core four. Anytime, did you notice Autumn and Eli that subtle, like every once in a blue moon, they cut to a shot of Kenzie and she did not care.
Yeah, because Kenzie don't care. Kenzie making out with Gall, being like, I'm treating kisses like handshake. I just want to see chemistry. Girl, that's the most insane thing I've ever heard. I'm treating handshakes like kisses like handshake because I want to see the chemistry. I was like, that's this trash. Girl.
That was
nuts.
A demon line. Although I will admit, I agree with you guys on one thing. What was his name? Dylan?
Yes.
Him kind of tearing up a little bit.
Crying. Oh my God.
I don't know.
I felt so bad for him, but I also was like, if look, y'all, if a man cries in front of me, I'm sorry. I will laugh. I'm not even gonna lie.
Hold up. Didn't he watch the show? Come again?
Yes, that's the other part. That's like,
so he knew how Kenzie was moving in the first. Real quick, I know we're short on time. Sincere. I'm so happy.
Let me tell you. Like I told you, Double A, did you hear his new nickname?
I might have missed it.
Sinsucifer.
I can't even argue with that. That's funny.
Sinsucifer is so genius. Sinsucifer.
Yeah, he's not a good guy.
He's also look. Think about this, y'all. Before we go to break, think about this. Sincere is the only one that's getting 2 videos.
Yeah,
and
nobody else is getting 2 videos.
And I think he needs more videos.
2 videos.
Yeah.
Like I told Eli, he lies so much that he doesn't even realize it. He again tells everybody, "Oh, I know ASL. I know ASL." He only knows the alphabet.
That was so stupid. That was stupid. I'm like,
bro,
what are you doing? And if you notice, guys, all right, the guys, they're defending KC, jumping in, trying to help. Even Bryce was trying to make a little bit of sense of what Casey was doing. When the Sincere clips was playing,
when I say all of them were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because
not a peep. They all did this.
The reason why, but I'm gonna tell you the reason why is because they knew the KC was bad. KC was bad. They didn't know how bad the Sincere was. Sincere lied to literally every single person.
Yeah,
Sincere lied so badly that even the Casa boys were like, yo, it's kind of a thing of like you forget it's happening. And then you see it and you're like, oh shit, I remembered that this happened. And I think that's what happened with the Casa boys. They were like, oh shit, we saw this happen. Oh wait, we remember how this goes. Yeah, right, right. When they all sat there and was like, yo, what the fuck? And then Melanie just not saying anything and her just being like you could just see it in her face that she just was like, I can't believe I actually believe him. I think the clip that got everybody in that Sincere compilation was the speakeasy and the beloved.
Yeah.
And the quick walkout, they showed it. I was so happy. I almost forgot about it. Like, Soul walked out, Melanie walked in. Yeah. He was trying to play it off. He was just trying to play it off. He's going home. He's going home. He's all right. Eli's telling us we have to wrap this up. But Autumn, I know you're gonna have a ton of thoughts. Even though Love Island's off tomorrow, but Thursday.
I'm a quiz Chad. I know Chad is watching, and I know y'all are gonna roast me because I did send y'all the article. So Chad, be prepared tomorrow. We're gonna talk about it because we're gonna be post 24 hours. So that means everybody's gonna get think pieces out. And unfortunately, we're also probably gonna talk about LeBron.
Autumn, you said you weren't going to talk
How do you
about
think
it
LeBron
anymore.
would – I'm sorry, Eli. How do you think LeBron would do in the Villa? He's talking to multiple teams all the time. He can't make a commitment. He can't make something exclusive.
LeBron in the Villa would be Sincere.
I was just about to say that, Autumn. I was just about to say that.
Same thing.
He would be Sincere.
Sincere
He lies.
James.
He literally lies so much that he believes his own lies. Look, how many times has LeBron been caught lying? A bunch. He lies so much that you catch him when you catch him on the lies. And he's like, huh? I didn't say that. You're like, yes, you did. It's
that was in my monologue for the next segment. Like, LeBron is Sincere of the NBA. And how he would move in the Villa. I'm not even joking. That was in my monologue.
Yeah, he would be Sincere. He wouldn't be KC. He wouldn't be Corbin. He would be Sincere because he lies so much that he believes his own lies. Again, y'all, he told everybody that The Godfather was his favorite movie, but couldn't quote a single line from it.
And he's always at the same page in the book. I don't understand.
Autumn, say goodnight.
Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and we'll talk more about Love Island and all the other things. Thank you for having me on your crack show, Double A. I'm sorry for traumatizing you, Eli. I'm sorry for traumatizing the audience. I will get everyone's thoughts on the article and video that's attached to the article because there's a video.
Oh my Lord!
There's a video attached to the article.
Lord. Boy, this is the one time where I hope 1 a.m. does not come.
It's okay. I'll still be up at 1 a.m. because literally every time after one of these episodes, I can't sleep. So I'll see you
Great
guys
job,
tomorrow,
Alva.
though.
What an
Thank you.
endorsement. We'll be back. We'll talk LeBron, Jaylen Brown. Wendy, he was on Crack 2 talking about this scenario, but we'll talk about it as free agency season is underway in the NBA. We'll be back with Midnight Run right after this.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
All right, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome back to Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. Remember to like and subscribe at Inside Edge Net across all of our social media platforms, including X or Twitter and YouTube. We are there. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the notification bell underneath this video. You get all of our alerts and those things. Also, we have a Roku app, Inside Edge Network. Just search for Inside Edge Network on your Roku device if you have one. You can watch us from the comfort of your couch, like I watch our other programs here on the Inside Edge Network. And also InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Boy, one of the craziest lead-ins I've ever had in my broadcasting career just happened. How do you professionally follow that up? And yes, I normally don't go sleeveless on this show, but as my guy Kyle Cornell said, it's an oven out there, and it's 12:30 at night. It's an oven outside. So yeah, hey, it is July 1st. Welcome on in. And on this July 1st, the NBA free agency period is underway, where teams can talk with free agents. I believe they can't actually sign until a week from now, but the word is out. LeBron James actually was reported earlier, then LeBron confirmed that he will not be continuing with the Los Angeles Lakers, and his team is pursuing options for the upcoming season. Of course, LeBron is the sincere of the NBA. Told you it was in the monologue. Told you. But, yesterday, listen, I'm so glad. If you watched the show yet last night, I put it on the table. I'm like, look, I don't want LeBron to go to the Golden State Warriors. I don't want it. Can't happen. It cannot happen. I'm not talking about from an X's and O's standpoint. I'm not talking about, there's a possibility. There's very well a possibility he could be with the Golden State Warriors. I just don't want it. I can't. I don't want to see him in that uniform. I don't care if he goes anywhere else. Anywhere else. I'll even eat if it's not rumored that he's going to Boston or New York. It would suck as a Cavs fan from a competitive standpoint. But okay, fine, whatever. We talked yesterday. Golden State cannot happen. It's like you celebrated 10 years of an NBA championship with the Cavaliers. To put on that uniform is just foul. I don't know. I can't do it. But I'm glad I did not shove that emotion away. We got it out, myself and Eli. We got it out of our systems. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. I may still be angry if it happens, but at least it's not hidden, okay? But some interesting news came down today. Of course, the world turns with LeBron James, and I didn't realize this until Autumn laid out the timeline that, this talking about where LeBron's going to go, this has been at least a 16-year thing. Starting with the summer of 2010. Going so far back, myself and our own TK Dandridge, we did a web show on YouTube way back when LeBron had the decision and joined the Miami Heat. Did not know that a young 13-year-old Donovan Mitchell was one of the children in that room when the decision was made. So he got firsthand experience what LeBron James ate for breakfast the morning he decided to take his talents to South Beach. How about that? I forgot what his answer was. Actually, for the pillar of this show, his answer is actually pretty important. I don't know if it was Frosted Flakes. I think it was Frosted Flakes. But an interesting nugget came down for Brian Windhurst on ESPN's NBA Today, because he wasn't just talking about what's next for LeBron. He also mentioned this guy who Boston has been unable to trade away so far. Take a look.
I just want to say that, the league changed this afternoon.
Yeah.
With LeBron coming on the market, and not only that, but basically announcing that he's available to just about everybody. And so start your engines on how you're going to retrofit. That is a curveball that affected the whole market. So now let's talk about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has not found a home. The Celtics have not found a home. After they tried to send him to Milwaukee for Giannis Antetokounmpo over the last week, they have talked to a number of other teams. They have failed to get traction on a deal. Cleveland Cavaliers learned today that LeBron James will be willing to play for less than his market value salary. That changed everything. So how does Cleveland get LeBron James' attention? Do they show him their beautiful brand new practice facility they're building? It is awesome. I saw it this week in Cleveland. But that is not going to impress him. What's going to impress him is what they do something with their roster. So what can the Cavs do? James Harden opted out yesterday. He, from what I understand, is willing to partner with the Cavs to figure out a way how to improve the roster. Jaylen Brown is out there. Can the Cavs make a move for Jaylen Brown, then come to LeBron and say, how do you feel about us now? That's the type of move that you're going to do to get LeBron James' attention.
That's courtesy of ESPN earlier today. Brian Windhurst just floating it out there. Just boom. Jaylen Brown could it work with the Cavaliers? Now, at first glance, first thought, you may say, you know what? You trade Donovan Mitchell for Jaylen Brown? Yeah. We all know that's not happening. we all know. But if Boston's having a conversation with us here in Cleveland, we're based here in Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen. If they're having a conversation with us here in Cleveland, we can sell them on Donovan Mitchell. They're not taking it. You know who they want. And his first name starts with an E. His last name starts with an M. And it's Evan Mobley. And listen, I know Evan Mobley has not elevated himself to Giannis level. I get that. I still think there's a lot there with Evan Mobley if he's featured in the offense. If your offense becomes front court dependent and he has the basketball, yeah, you could do something, with Evan Mobley. And I think his game would elevate to that point. And if Evan Mobley's on another team and his next team is heavily featuring Evan Mobley in those situations, you're going to see a big jump out of Evan Mobley. And you're going to say to yourself this time next year, man, we should have given up on Evan Mobley. But that's not the point of this conversation. Let me introduce to you what the starting five would be if you went after Jaylen Brown. And again, I don't hate, winning player, championship DNA. We need somebody with championship DNA, somebody with heart, when things get tough, somebody with mental toughness. And we do need those things. But the lineup would be James Harden. By the way, shout out to James Harden, and I'm working with the Cavaliers. Hey, be a good guy. But here's the lineup. Starting five. James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, Jared Allen. That's a killer lineup. If there were 4 basketballs and 4 basketball hoops on the floor. There's only one basketball. There's only one ball. I can't have this team run that lineup and James Harden holding on to the basketball for 18 seconds of the 24-second shot clock. It's a killer lineup offensively if there were multiple basketballs. If they could somehow find their offense, right? But that worries me a ton. That's why I really believe that lineup would work if Donovan Mitchell, or better yet, James Harden, was not a part of that lineup and Evan Mobley was. When you're acquiring star players, you can't obviously get everything that you want. And Eli talked about it on the show yesterday. And it's true. It's flat out true. LeBron is not just coming here just because. It's not just going to be just a feel-good moment he comes back. You need to show what you're doing. You need to lay it out. And Wendy, who's typically not a sports talk or a hot take. That was what I wanted to say. He's not typically a hot take guy. He's in the know. There's a reason why he floated that out there. As we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's a reason why that was floated out there. But from a basketball standpoint, I'm not going to shut it down. It will be an exciting team. I still worry that defensively I don't think they would be good defensively still. I think that would be a problem. But you would have killer scorers. But I worry, again, that there's only one basketball. if you do that. If that is the approach that you're trying to accomplish. If you say no, we're not trading Evan Mobley, but you trade Donovan Mitchell, I'm cool. Sold. Hand over the keys. Let's run. Let's make this happen. And yes, I mean that's the sales pitch. But you got to convince Boston, if you want to, that this is the move. If you're calling the shots and you want Jaylen Brown, you got to negotiate with Boston and say, this is the move. And I would encourage the move anyway. Donovan Mitchell's on a contract year. I mean, you're going to have to move him anyway. And you don't want a situation where he goes somewhere else and you get nothing in return. And I don't think his body can hold up long-term anyway. I don't think it can. It hasn't in the last several years going deep in the playoffs. Again, great community ambassador. And people are like, I hear comments and stuff. Double A, you hate Donovan Mitchell. I don't hate Donovan Mitchell. I love Donovan Mitchell as a person. He's a baller. He gets after it. He's a positive guy. I love him. I think in the right circumstance, Donovan Mitchell could be a number 2 or even a number 3. He can't be your best player. He can't be your number 1. If none of this happens, right, and LeBron goes somewhere else, he goes to Golden State, Jaylen Brown goes somewhere else, and, I mean, we make moves for our bench, but we run it back, right? And we'll have a conversation either later this week or next week about accepting running it back, right? If that's the case, Donovan Mitchell's not going to be the one to get you over the hump and winning an NBA title as your number 1. He cannot be a number 1. He's too short and his body can't hold up. And I keep going back to this. James Harden had more playoff minutes than Donovan Mitchell. That's still, to me, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Would I do Mitchell, Allen, and picks for Jaylen Brown in a contract field? Yeah. I got to think about it. It's not a definitive yes. I do like Jared Allen too, though. Jared Allen, though, is kind of a little bit expendable. Just a little bit. Just a tad. But I like Jared Allen. I can't tell you how many times we were on the air and, like, out of the blue, we look at the score, the stat sheet. Oh, Jared Allen randomly on a Sunday night while we're doing the main event. Oh, he put up 40 points. Whoa. Like, whoa. That's a great question. You got to find a way. I think if you want Jaylen Brown, you got to do it in a way where you're not giving up Evan Mobley. I think he's too good to give up. And if it's you give up Evan Mobley or bust, I mean, again, we go back to the Anthony Davis thing for a second. And that's why when I saw those reports, it's Clutch Sports doing Clutch Sports things. When I saw the reports, LeBron is making it a talking point that Anthony Davis has to be with him with Golden State. That is so much BS. Like, come on now. Come on. And now this report is floating out. Of course, Brian Windhurst, who's known LeBron and has known the Clutch Sports camp for 25 plus years, going all the way back to St. Vincent, St. Mary. So, come on now. You know why that was floated out today. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do Around the Dial. You're going to hear, and I love Around the Dial because it's not just local reaction here. It's not just national reaction, but you're going to hear reaction from some of the other cities that is in this conversation with LeBron, or in the case of Los Angeles, was in the conversation with LeBron. LA, they're talking about LeBron leaving as a slap in the face to the Los Angeles Lakers. KNBR out of San Francisco, Oakland. LeBron and Curry joining forces. Do they need to join forces for them to get championship number 5? And then Miami's in the discussion too. Again, remember, it seemed like ages ago, but they have a new player. Giannis is with Miami. Could there be a return? Is it realistic that LeBron could return to Miami? Is Pat Riley, can they figure that relationship out? We'll talk about all that coming up after the break here on the Inside Edge Network. This is Midnight Run. We are locked and loaded, busy. Glad you guys are with us right here. Again, remember to like and subscribe at Inside Edge Net. More to come right after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
Sorry, I was on Twitter during the break. I forgot Love Island earlier. Caleb asked, it was quick. This was like a 10-second clip. What does French fry mean? Do y'all know? And they had to explain DJing and what that meant. Boy, that was funny. Tomorrow on our show, there's a very important world championship fight happening this weekend here in Cleveland. We'll get into that story coming up tomorrow on Midnight Run. It's fantastic. We have a lightweight, heavyweight champion who is from Cleveland and is going to headline a card that you can see on TNT coming up on July 4th from here in Cleveland. Eli and I will both talk about that tomorrow here on Midnight Run. I am so excited to get into this. Watched a couple of his fights already. He's the real deal. He's going to be a household name for years to come in boxing and combat sports. We'll get into that tomorrow here on Midnight Run. All right, let's go around the dial, and we're going to start with Los Angeles, 97.1, The Fan in Los Angeles. Again, around the dial, it's not just a local perspective here in Cleveland. It's not just a national perspective, but you take a story that means a lot to us, and how are they thinking across the street? What are your neighbors thinking about said story? So LeBron is the story in sports right now. He left the Lakers, and the host on 97.1 The Fan in Los Angeles are discussing whether or not LeBron leaving is a slap in the face to the Los Angeles Lakers and taking less money for it. Take a look.
It took Kareem a while to get a statue. I think that because of how this ended, and because I think that LeBron is close to doing something that I think absolutely is a slap in the face to the Los Angeles Lakers, and that is he's going to take less to join another team. When the Lakers have approached him about taking less for multiple years. And yes, you can say that less was supposed to turn to Klay Thompson or DeMar DeRozan or a player that Rob Pelinka wasn't able to get. The bottom line is LeBron James not only didn't take less, we did draft his son in Bronny James. You did allow him to have a lot of power in this organization. So for me, one championship is the minimum as a superstar, and also it's the way that it ended. If LeBron, let me just
everything you've said is spot on.
Let me throw one more thing though.
One ring's not enough for Luka.
Okay, but let me, and I agree with you on that one to a degree, depending on how things shake out. But I also think that one ring could be enough for Luka. But the thing I want to say about LeBron James though is had he taken a little less, done the Tom Brady, maybe the Shohei Ohtani thing, where you make it clear from a perception standpoint that I'm taking less money because I want to increase my odds of winning a championship. And if LeBron had retired here, I say you could have given him a statue.
Oh, I love that.
The fact that he leaves the way that he is, the fact that he's about to take less money, you lose your statue privileges. Enjoy your number 23 retirement number, but that's all I'm giving you.
Boo-hoo. He ain't getting no statue. Boo-hoo. Courtesy of 97.1 The Fan in Los Angeles. LeBron James will not be getting a statue in Los Angeles. I will say this, and we need a little bit more time. We don't have it tonight, but we do need a little bit more time to talk about LeBron's tenure with the Los Angeles Lakers. It's very odd in terms of how you look at it, because he won a title, and it was 8 years. He spent more time with the Lakers in one stint. I'm not talking about collectively, but in one stint than with any other team. But obviously it's not enough. I mean, you heard the host there. They're talking about, well, if Luka needs at least one for us to even have a conversation. But it was obvious. Again, we talked about it yesterday. Things have to be in place the way that is fitting for LeBron. And it was obvious for the Lakers that they were moving in the direction of Luka and Austin Reeves. And that's not to say that, I saw reports, I think, for The Athletic. This wasn't a case where Luka moved to get LeBron out of Los Angeles. They both had a good mutual understanding. But in terms of where the Lakers are at right now, the Lakers need to get faster on the floor. They need to move faster on the floor. It's not the same play style that LeBron has currently right here, right now. Let's go up north to Northern California. KMBR, which, by the way, is a partner in my day job. LeBron and Stephen Curry, and the fifth title This is what they're thinking over in San Francisco, Oakland right now.
I think it only can enhance both players' legacies. I don't think it can hurt either player's legacy. And if they were able to somehow put together a team together that could win that elusive 5th championship for both, I think it would enhance, it would add to. And sure, we in the Bay can debate whether LeBron needed Steph or Steph needed LeBron or whatever it may wind up being if they end up teaming up. But here's the truth. Both of them need each other at this point because LeBron was not going to be contending for championships, moving forward with the Lakers because they were moving in a completely different direction. I mean, let's be honest. They broke up with him as much as he broke up with them. And I know it was framed today. And again, control the narrative and all of that. And LeBron a free agent. And of course, the Lakers had said in recent days they wanted him back, but they wanted him back in a lesser number. They wanted him back in a lesser role. And LeBron kind of flipped, or at least attempted to today, and saying, hey, I'm moving on without you guys. Sorry. See you later. So I think the truth is they both need help at this point if they're going to have a shot to win a 5th one.
And that was courtesy of KMBR out in the Bay Area, Northern California. Yes, they both need help. They both can't do it alone, except one of those players can choose where he wants to play. The other one is not in a position to choose where he wants to play right now. But again, I'm not going to spend too much time on the Golden State. Watch our show last night. We went into it with Golden State. I'm sure there's more with the Warriors. Again, the rock star mentality. You can definitely speak it into existence. And I do think, and I'm just going to say it, even though we're here in Cleveland, I love the Cavs, obviously. I think Golden State at the moment is still the slight favorite to land LeBron James as of July 1st, 2026. Hopefully that those odds change, and hopefully I'm wrong. But at this moment right here at 12:56 Eastern time, Golden State is still a favorite to land LeBron James, with Cleveland at this moment being a close second. Now, a distant third is the Miami Heat. Remember, they have Giannis, and they might be one piece away from truly contending for an NBA title. And LeBron used to play there in Miami. This is 104.3 WQAM out of Miami, their sports talk station. Could LeBron return to Miami? Take a look.
And the LeBron. How's everybody feel about LeBron potentially?
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be
his agent and one of his best friends kind of threw it out there like, yeah, a lot of guys going to want to go there now with Bam and Giannis there.
Brian Windhorst gave an interview talking about how much he admires the Heat, and he goes, and I think LeBron does too, because he keeps repeating that. There's enough smoke building where I'm not saying it's going to happen.
I get asked this all the time, not to cut you off, but I do want to ask you. Pat Riley's relationship with LeBron after all these years.
It's fine.
It's good, right?
You know, obviously when he left, everybody knows there was anger and bitterness and
Riles now, listen, Riles in Shaq. He threw out Shaq's weight too.
But
Same
I talked
deal.
to Pat last November, and one of the things I mentioned was and he said, no, we're good. He was like, what are you talking about? No, we're fine. And look at Riley. When Shaq left, there was anger. Shaq just had his number retired. So
no, everything goes away.
Pat Riley right now is 81 years old. He's going to bury the hatchet, and he's going to do what he can to deliver one more championship team. He's not going through a rebuild. Let's just put it all on the table. But it's clear right now they are a distant third. There was one other team. I didn't get their clip in. The Spurs was one of the candidates in there. And I actually texted our team. I'm like, the Spurs? Interesting. Again, and because the Spurs already have a ready-made situation. But again, you got to look from their standpoint. They couldn't close out the New York Knicks. And if you're running it back against OKC in the Western Conference Finals year in and year out, you may not win all those matchups, right? So you want to at least steal one while LeBron is still playing. So that's something that, you could definitely understand. But those are the options that are on the table. We'll do a deeper dive into those options. What would be best fit for LeBron James? How can LeBron work here in Cleveland? And we'll get into all the news, all the stuff that's going on that front, plus more free agency news. It's going to be breaking here as, one of the years where basketball was actually really good with the NBA, but the NBA's best season is right here and right now. So we'll get definitely into all that coming up tomorrow here on Midnight Run. We are so excited. Thank you guys for tuning in for Midnight Run and for all of our shows here on the Inside Edge Network. We are Cleveland's digital leader for entertainment, news, sports, and mental health. We got all that covered for you right here. Remember too, if you own a business and you want to advertise with us, check us out. Give us a DM on our socials at InsideEdgeNet. There's a way to contact us as well at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Reach out to me directly or Eli directly on our socials. We're all there. So definitely check us out. Again, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. We're on the social media platforms at InsideEdgeNet and our Roku app. Just search Inside Edge Network. We're back with you tomorrow for Midnight Run and for all of our programming here on the Inside Edge Network. For our entire team, Double A Anthony Alford signing off. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow night.